E.T. phone home.
I'm just having some brewski beers at my Mojo Dojo Casa house.
Wendy, I'm home.
There is no place like home.
I'm home!
Hello and welcome to the House of Cinema podcast. I am your host, Joe Aragon. With me today, as always, Claira Curtis and Sydney Volpe. And in the house today, I'm sure the most anticipated episode of the podcast for the year 2026. It is our episode on how to make a killing / psycho killer, aka how to make a psycho killer. I'm sure you're all chomping at the bit right now to talk about this one, huh?
Hey, you joke, but people have been talking about how to make a psycho killer. It's been branded. It's a thing.
Where are you seeing that?
Where are you seeing these
We
conversations?
got like one comment on Instagram.
I was gonna say.
You know, this is going to be a great litmus test to find out, are people listening for our voices and our faces, or are they listening because they like the subject matter? Who knows? If you're listening because you simply wanted to hear our thoughts and like to listen to us yap, let us know. But if you're here for the content, I would also want to know about that. I don't think people are here for the content for this episode. I'm chalking this one up as an L. I'll be honest with you guys. This is kind of just a throwaway episode for a lot of people.
Yeah, well, I will say on my Letterboxd review of Psycho Killer, someone commented and went, the only people I know who have seen this movie are us three. There's only the House of Cinema landlords that know this movie. And I was like,
We're tapping into dozens of people out there.
But we're going to start a movement.
No, I don't want to start a
next
movement.
week's Psycho Killer's box office numbers are going to go way up.
Yeah, to the moon.
Yeah, the box office Twitter is like, for some reason,
Yeah,
the
what
Psycho Killer
happened?
numbers went up this week.
Psycho Killer makes $2 billion.
How you feeling, Sid?
I feel good. I think you're wrong. I think, well, you know, I
hope
will
I'm wrong.
say, I think if both of these movies ended up being kind of like whatever, like totally mid and boring, that would be one thing. But we've said before that it's kind of fun sometimes to talk about bad movies, and B, it's still worth talking about this like wide array of films that are coming out and how that like reflects what's going on in the industry. But yeah, it's not the best when you come out of like two movies and you're like, well, at least they were short. That was like the prevailing sentiment for me. But I'm excited. I think it'll be fun to talk about them.
You're right. It is a nice little bit of a break in not to say we talk about good movies every week, but at least like, Wuthering Heights is a buzzy film. We didn't love it, but it's a film that has garnered a lot of conversation. But we do tend to obviously choose the movie that is buzzy, and usually they're good to a degree. These two movies are neither of those things, buzzy or great. I guess we'll talk about How to Make a Killing. Obviously, that movie has a little bit more of leeway in terms of how good it is. But yeah, I'm excited. It's always fun to take a little bit of a break and talk about the bad stuff that's going on in the movies. We did that Electric State episode last year. That was a nice little break from all the great movies we saw.
It was fun.
Around this time last year, we also had Love Hurts.
We had Love Hurts.
We did Love Hurts.
Yeah, February is a rough. I'm telling
that.
you, it can be a rough month sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had some good movies in February, obviously, but overall, sometimes it's hit or miss. So,
Yeah.
how are you feeling, Claira?
Good overall. I'm really excited to talk about one of these movies, and the other one I'm just kind of like, oh, whatever. Like, it'll be fine, but it's boring.
Is it How to Make a Killing is the one you're kind of like whatever about?
Yeah.
I feel whatever about How to Make a Killing as well in terms of the conversation.
Psycho Killer, on the other hand,
I'm excited to talk about Psycho Killer.
I'm delighted to be
Ready.
talking about it.
We'll save that one for last. Maybe we'll get How to Make a Killing out of the way,
I think that's a good idea.
and then we'll talk Psycho Killer. Spoiler alert for Psycho Killer and How to Make a Killing. By the way, I'm sure you were just really worried
Everyone
about
just
that.
turned off the episode.
I can't watch this without
Wait.
spoilers. But there will be spoiler conversations about both these movies. I guess before we jump in, how is everyone just doing? Maybe we start off the episode today with a good catch-up, check-in real quick. Sid, how are things going over there?
Things are going well. I feel like this week in particular is kind of like waiting for, or you guys are seeing Project Hail Mary before I am, but I feel like I'm in a period where I'm waiting because I'm going to see both Project Hail Mary and The Bride earlier, so it doesn't feel like a lull. It feels like, it's like Christmas Eve. We're about to see two really huge movies. But otherwise, I've just been kind of watching some stuff for my watch list, and it's a big TV time. So we've got The Pit and A Night of the Seven Kingdoms every week. So that's been fun.
Traders.
Oh, sorry.
Which Sid's not tapped in on, but
yeah, you guys wanted me to start it, and it's what is it on Peacock?
It's on Peacock.
It's on Peacock.
I don't think I have Peacock anymore.
Well, I'll share you my Peacock login with you, so you can watch some
You got to
trailers.
tap in. The season, like the end
Finale
is next week.
Who hosts it?
Alan Cummings.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
every week
yeah,
he
I was
has
like,
the
oh, I didn't know that.
cuntiest outfit I've
Yeah,
ever seen in my
the
life.
whole thing is that like he shows up, he like walks the door very emphatically. He will like
Yes.
throw the door open. And he's wearing the most insane, awesome outfit every week. It's
Can
really
you
great.
find the traitors?
Yeah.
Are a lot of people watching it, or is this
It
like
feels
a
It's
guy
very
like-
thing?
popular.
It's
yeah.
a very popular show
Yeah.
right now. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll tap
Yeah,
in.
it is popular TV time. I'm caught up on everything. The Pit. I'm caught up on Game of Thrones,
Yeah, you are.
and I'm caught up on Traitors.
JJK? No.
Not JJK.
Yeah.
The third episode was really boring,
Yeah.
and so I
You're lagging a little.
yeah, I was like, I'll catch up. though.
Well, actually, no, that doesn't matter because this week was a
Recap, yeah,
recap
yeah.
episode anyway.
So TV is big right now. It feels like movies a little slow right now. March is going to bring us some pretty big movies out.
Yeah.
What else have I been? We're preparing for South by Southwest. We'll be there as a team.
Yeah.
So
So
we
excited.
did our
Yeah.
schedules. We have everything we need to watch all the movies out there. It's a big year this year. It feels like there's a lot of movies I'm really looking
does.
forward to.
Yeah, definitely.
We got our reservations. I've got like 18 or 20 movies that I'm slated to see.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
At
Which is a
minimum
lot.
3 a day minus Oscar day, which is the Oscars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And don't worry, everyone listening, we will have that Oscar episode out for you hopefully that evening, if not that morning.
Mm-hmm.
So we will not lag on the Oscar episode. That is usually one of our biggest episodes. So we'll have that ready. But yeah, we're preparing for South by Southwest, which is in a couple of weeks. And then once that ends, we'll blink and Cannes will be around the corner.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about. So we got to prepare for that. Been watching movies here and there. I had a great conversation with Bob Odenkirk and Ben Wheatley and Derek Kolstad, the writer, director, and star of Normal, which actually premiered at South by Southwest as well. Hopefully that conversation will be available to everyone listening in April when the movie comes out.
Yeah.
But I did a bunch of watch list, checklist stuff for that interview because we talked about a bunch of old movies. I got to rewatch Hard Boiled, which is always a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Watch some westerns, Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Some good stuff.
Nice.
cool.
Fun conversations ahead. And that's all I've been doing. What have you been doing, Clara?
What have I been doing? I went to the Lady Gaga concert.
to a Lady
Yeah,
Gaga
you did.
concert.
I saw Lady
Yeah,
Gaga
you
on
Little
did.
concert.
monster over there.
I am though. I mean, Lady Gaga has been like in my life since I was
Why are
like
the fans
11?
called Little Monsters? That's just
because she's
are they
she's Mother
self-titled
Monster.
or did she give them that name?
She's our mother.
Did she knight them Little Monsters?
That's a good question. I wonder when it started.
I don't really know. I can't get into all that.
I always thought if you were part of a fan group, the fandom name had to have like a weird pun spin-off of the artist name, like Swifties or
No.
That's not required.
that's not required?
No.
If you think they should be called like Gaganators?
Yeah,
Goo
the
Gagas?
Gaganators, yeah. The Goo Goo Gagas.
No,
Ugh,
little. Yeah,
no.
she's Mother Monster.
Yeah, she's mother.
What are the Katy Perry fans called? Katy Cats? That's the Katy Perry fans?
I don't know if there's a name for that.
Katie Cats
No, I
is
swear to God,
crazy.
that's Kitty Cats.
No,
Really?
there's no way.
I am like no, I'm pretty sure I'm right.
I'm looking it up because that sounds. Oh my
Katie
God, you're
Cats.
right.
I'm right. I told you.
Is it with a K?
Yeah,
Is
it's
cats with a K?
Katy cats, one word, no space.
Yeah, Kitty Cats.
That's
Oh, 'cause,
silly.
like kitty cats. Yeah, I see.
Okay. Well-
yes, like the animal. Yeah, Katy Cats.
Okay. Well, anyway, I went to Lady Gaga and it was amazing. Mayhem Ball concert was like the most insane concert I've ever
Wow.
been to in my life. It was so cool and it was really long, but it didn't matter because it was worth it. And I probably would have stayed even longer if she wanted to.
Wow.
It was really
Wow.
good.
Have you seen Lady Gaga in concert? You're a fan, Sid.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Lady Gaga. It's like on my bucket list because my family,
Oh.
we had like gotten tickets to see her during COVID,
Oh.
and the concert got canceled. Like got like postponed, and then we couldn't go or it got canceled or something. So yeah, I'm like, I need to see her before I die.
Yeah.
She's so good.
Interesting.
It was really good.
You know what I think about a lot?
What?
When Sydney saw Pitbull,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Worldwide.
Enrique Iglesias, and someone else.
And Ricky Martin.
Yeah.
Who
I
was
think
just
about
in the
that a
Super
lot.
Bowl halftime show.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, Ricky Martin rocks.
You know,
Yeah.
Looks
that
good.
concert rocked.
I
It was
would
a
love
really
to
good
go on that.
concert.
That's a fun lineup.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Cool.
All right, so you did that.
Yeah, I saw that. I cried in the IKEA forum because Lady Gaga sang "Born This Way," so that was
Aw.
awesome. What else is going on? Honestly, not a lot of movie watching. I'm kind of just vibing.
Yeah.
Most of my watches right now are for work. Watching a lot of TV. I started rewatching Grey's Anatomy again.
Crazy, dude.
because Eric Dane passed away.
I know. R.I.P. Eric Dane.
I'm
Yeah.
just like,
It's been
I
hard to
can't
watch
on
a lot
right
of
now,
that stuff.
man.
It's rough.
tragic.
Yeah. So I watched all of season 1 yesterday. That was fun. I'm also slowly but surely watching through the 50 Shades of Grey movies for the first time.
First time, huh?
Yeah.
How's that going?
No one can even get close to Twilight. I'll tell you what, that Twilight fan fiction is not very good.
It's fine.
Yeah, I don't like them at all, but I have to watch the last one because I've watched the
50
first
Shades
two.
Freed?
Yeah. For why? I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess we'll find
That's
out.
the one I haven't seen. I've seen 50 Shades and 50 Shades Darker.
Yeah, the
Oh,
50
okay.
Shades Darker is like ridiculous. There's so much going on in that.
Yeah.
And that is just like,
I don't know if I've seen any of them all the way through.
That was a
Maybe
fascinating time.
maybe the first one. It was a fascinating time to be like, when did the first one come out?
I actually was going to look it up
Ooh.
because
To
I
be
want to
like
find
14 years old or something. And they're like, yeah, couples are getting up and leaving in the middle of this movie.
it had to
'cause
be
it's
around
so
like
hot.
2015. I guess.
2015.
Yeah.
And I wanted to look it up because it came out, well, this is appropriate, February 13th of 2015. So we're talking 11 years ago now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Budget of $40 million. Do you know how much money the first movie made?
Holy shit.
It's got to be so much.
Between 200 and 300, maybe.
What do you
I'm gonna
think,
guess
Clara?
like 500.
$569 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
All the horned up moms at home who didn't have time or a way to express their sexual repression finally had an opportunity to go out and watch the movies, and they did.
Yeah.
That's why
That was
these
a
books were so
huge-
popular.
I remember they were like single moms or just like moms are reading this book while sitting on the washing machine.
Yeah.
It was
Oh
like
my
this
god!
big-
Oh my god! Yes.
Do you
that was
remember that?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
So scandalous.
Wow. Do you? I think that is 50 Shades books are I think maybe the first example of fan fiction being reworked to become publishable. Technically,
I don't know if it's like actually the first, but maybe the first like mainstream one to
Probably.
get as much attention as
Yeah.
anything else.
And
I mean,
a
like
movie deal.
a movie deal. The sequels would go on and make less, but they both made around $380 million, 360, 380.
Yeah.
So still wildly successful films despite the critical panning of them. I mean, people were still watching them.
Yeah.
That's
I'm watching them
unbelievable.
right now. It's fun.
Fascinating
Wow.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways.
That's it.
Oh, they premiered at the Berlin International Film Festival and released
No
on
way.
IMAX.
Oh my! In IMAX.
Yeah, and
Well,
Fifty
did the
Shades
Red
of
Room in
Grey
IMAX.
IMAX. Very fascinating stuff.
That's funny.
Anyways, well,
That's the vibe right now.
that's the vibe right now. We're pivoting. Let's talk How to Make a Killing first. You guys want to do that?
yes.
Yeah.
How to Make a Killing, the latest and greatest, starring Glenn Powell, directed by John Patton Ford. Who's seen Emily the Criminal here?
No.
I have.
What'd you think about that movie?
I thought about the same about it as I did How to Make a Killing.
Okay.
They're
Would-
different movies,
Mm-hmm.
but I enjoyed both.
Okay. We'll get your reaction to How to Make a Killing in a second.
Have you seen Emily the Criminal?
I have not seen
Okay.
Emily the Criminal.
Okay.
I remember it was a COVID film,
Yeah,
right?
and it was like kind of a bigger one. I feel like everyone was talking about it for a little
Yeah.
bit.
I was watching Trolls World Tour instead. Sorry.
Oh, fun.
How to Make a Killing, John Patton Ford, starring a pretty big cast here. Margaret Qualley, Jessica Henwick, aka the most beautiful woman in the world.
That's what I said.
Bill Camp, Zach Woods, aka the funniest guy in the whole world.
You're reading my notes.
Oh,
How
my
are you
bad.
doing that?
Topher Grace and Ed Harris. It's a pretty big cast there. It's an A24 film released this year on the 20th, but interesting production history with this one. It was on the blacklist in 2014, listed under the title called Rothschild. In 2019, John S. Baird was supposed to direct the film with Shia LaBeouf and Mel Gibson starring.
Huh?
That-
Who's Mel Gibson? The Ed Harris's role?
I would
Must be,
imagine.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh my
he
God,
could play
that's,
the Bill
so
Camp role.
cursed.
Ooh.
But
Holy
anyways,
crap.
and then it got development in 2023 and it switched over to this. Was at one point called Huntington, but
Oh yeah.
was now called How to Make a Killing. Anyways, that's the movie we're going to talk about right now. Rotten Tomato score, critic score. What do we think the critic score is? There is no audience score, by the way.
No consensus.
Consensus: deploying Glenn Powell's magnetic-like ability to head-scratching ends. This tonally bizarre comedic thriller wants to eat its rich and have it too.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I don't-
like that.
All
I
right.
like that.
We're
don't
trying.
know.
I like the effort.
I like
I
that.
I see the vision.
I
Yeah.
see it too. I think
Yeah.
they executed it well.
Okay.
Critic score.
Wow.
What are we thinking here? I don't know why there's no audience score.
Yeah,
We're
that's
recording this
weird.
on a Saturday morning. That should be there.
It should be there.
Yeah. Wow.
Um.
Someone commented on my Letterboxd review. I enjoyed it. I'm surprised the Rotten Tomato score is so low,
Oh, so it's
or is
okay,
like
it's
as low as it is, and that consensus is not very positive.
no.
No.
Ooh.
I'll throw out 57.
Okay.
That's low.
It is
Sid?
low.
I'll say 68.
Okay.
How to Make a Killing currently sits as of February 21st, 2026 at 48%.
Holy moly.
Wow.
Up in
Oh,
48%.
How many reviews for that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it's over 100, but that
Okay.
sounds crazy.
Doing
if it
my
is.
boy Glenn
That's kinda
dirty.
wow.
I typed how to make a milling machine.
What? What is a milling machine?
Something with like farming. I
With
think.
grain, yeah.
Yeah. How to Make a Killing, Rotten Tomato score. Let me double check. It has to be less than 100. Maybe, no, 104 reviews.
Oh wow! That,
Wow.
There's more critics who have seen it than people. I think.
Yeah, that's probably correct. There's only 50 plus verified ratings right now, but there's no
There
number
just
has been
aren't any
generated.
audience reviews at all.
Yeah.
That's why it's
I
not
mean,
there.
when I saw it
Wow.
in my theater, there was 3 other people there.
Oh, that's it.
All of them of posts above the age of 50 at least.
Mm.
And one person walked out halfway through. And
Really?
that whether that's because of the quality of the film or some other reason, who knows. What did you think of How to Make a Killing, Sid?
I had fun with How to Make a Killing. I think I said this in my Letterboxd review, but having seen both Emily the Criminal and How to Make a Killing now, I think John Patton Ford, I kind of like his thing that he's doing. It almost reminds me of John McCall Sarah and his sort
Oh.
of like mid-budget like genre films. But I think that the difference with John Patton Ford is that there's no extra X factor. There's no extra oomph. There's nothing like thematically that doesn't get to that more interesting level. There's nothing about the direction that like takes it to that next level. And so I think his movies are like fine and enjoyable. I didn't regret going to the theater to see this movie, but I didn't think it was anything super special. I will say that I think too, like Aubrey Plaza was the lead of Emily the Criminal, and having Glenn Powell here, it does speak to how much having like a charismatic lead can do a lot for a movie like this. And I think I just love Glenn Powell. I would watch Glenn Powell in anything. I think
Aw.
he's so charming.
Clara,
Yes.
thoughts on How to Make a Killing?
I agree with a lot of what Sid is saying. I think honestly, this is gonna go down as one of those so fine I forget it even came out this year kind of movies.
Yeah.
Where 6 months from now, like I'm gonna be like, oh my god, that came out this year. I had no idea. It's fine. It's just so fine across the board in just about every way possible. I agree with Sid in that, like, I didn't come out of it being like, oh, that was such a waste of my time or anything like that. But there is a lack of like anything that makes it feel memorable or like ultra exciting. How are you feeling?
I think I am in line with you guys. I think it's aggressively okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it more frustrating, though, is that it has all the pieces of a puzzle to be something maybe special or something great, and seemingly has X factors within the film. Glenn Powell should be an X factor. He should be the reason why the movie is verging from good to great. But for some reason, something's holding it back from doing that. Whether that's his performance or the direction of his performance, we can maybe debate. But it's frustrating to me that it's aggressively okay because it should be better than that. I'm looking at it on paper with the cast and the crew and the plot and what we know about it. It feels like it should be better. And so like, while I'm not upset I saw it, I think I'm more frustrated that I'm walking out of an aggressively okay movie that showed a lot of potential.
Well,
Right.
and like I texted you guys about this, but this is inspired by, because Wikipedia said inspired by instead of it's an outright remake, but I think it'd probably be more appropriate to say it's a remake of another film called Kind Hearts and Coronets, and it stars Dennis Price and Alec Guinness. But in that version, Alec Guinness plays all 8 of the family members being murdered. So it's a
Really?
black comedy, like satire movie again there, but they're playing it a lot more fun. And I'm
Yes.
wondering if this film hadn't gotten rid of the like central gimmick, if this would be a lot more of an exciting, like imagine Ed Harris playing all these characters. I think that'd be fun.
So this is going to be a common issue we see both in this movie and in Psycho Killer. But I think this movie is too serious.
Yes, I
For
agree.
being honest, I think this movie needs to lean into the funny ridiculousness of its premise a lot more. Powell is a good actor. We're going to talk about Powell in a second,
Oh,
but it feels like they asked him to do American Psycho, but for some reason not really lean into the charisma and the ridiculousness of that character. And so he's like kind of doing American Psycho, but not really giving it 100%. So it comes off as like, well, I don't know. The thing about American Psycho that works is, but he's so over the top evil, it makes it a fun watch.
yeah. And he's very committed to that lifestyle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't empathize with that character. But in this one, it's like, well, we want you to be over the top American Psycho, but also we want you to empathize with the plight
Yeah.
of Beckett. What's their last name?
Redwood or something.
Redfellow.
Redfellow. Yeah, he's torn between the two worlds.
They're torn. Yeah, they want you to feel bad for him. And I don't know if that exactly works.
No.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
think
what I was
so.
going to ask you guys, like, because it does feel reminiscent of American Psycho because he's working on Wall Street. It's that same sort of thing. And yeah, I don't know if I was like wanting it to go further into satire, but it does play everything sort of like, it's more like coy than it is, like outright ridiculous and treating what's happening as ridiculous. And there are so many things, like it's kind of played like a remixed whodunit. Like you don't really know, because for anyone, I'm sure there are people listening who didn't see the movie. The framing device of the film is that Glenn Powell, he's in prison, so you know something went wrong,
Yes,
but
the
you don't know
opening scene
exactly
is him
what.
in prison.
Yeah.
Right, and he's
confessing to a
relaying his
priest.
story to a priest.
Yeah.
Confessing to a priest. And so we're getting like flashbacks to what happened
And he's on death row. He's going to get executed that day.
yes.
So we
in like
know what
4
he's done
hours.
Yeah.
is really awful to get the death sentence. Yes.
Yes. So yeah, there's a mystery there, and like where exactly did things go wrong, which is fun. That's like really fun. And also, yeah, you see like Zach Woods and Topher Grace pop up, and they get their kind of like moment to shine. But it is like, it feels like it doesn't lean hard enough into those being like really memorable, like comedic bits in the film where we're encountering these crazy personalities from this uber rich family. There are a couple moments where you're like, oh my God, Zach Woods is so funny. But it doesn't feel like the whole thing is really memorable. So I do wonder if, because I think one of the things about me was I wasn't sure exactly how Glenn Powell's character like felt about the fact that he was killing. Does he relish it? Does he feel bad about it? It's kind of just like a fact of life for him in a way that I guess is kind of like coldly sociopathic, but that doesn't feel like it's part of his character. So I am like, do we have him be this sort of stand-up Wall Street guy, and then when he's killing them, he really kind of like enjoys doing it? Because he doesn't even feel that angry about the fact that they've like taken all of this from his mom and from him and all of that. But then the film's asking questions about like, well, why do you want the money? Because you have a good life. So why do you want more and more and more? It's kind of posing that question, but I don't feel like it's really making it feel like powerful, you know?
And the ironic thing is too, and it really is an obstacle I can't really find myself getting over, is that as the consensus kind of alluded to, is this even an Eat the Rich story? Do you get the vibe that this is an Eat the Rich story? It's hard for me to believe that when Glenn Powell's character occupies a position of incredible wealth. Like he works like a very high position on Wall Street and is making money and is in a position where he can live a very comfortable lifestyle. And then at the same point, like he's killing off these family members. And after a while in the movie, it's clear that he doesn't like really want to, and he's being forced to because of an unknown presence. Well, we know why.
I think we can just spoil it.
Because Margaret Qualley's blackmailing him, basically. I was trying to keep it spoiler free. I don't know why.
We already said.
we already gave the warning.
He's forced into it because Margaret Qualley is blackmailing him to do it. I don't get the vibe this is an Eat the Rich story at all, though.
I go back and forth because the whole reason why he even has the Wall Street job is because he kills the first cousin.
Yeah.
Like, so the ball gets rolling of he gets put into a position of like better circumstance solely because he's killing his family members. So in that way, I think there's a way to like connect those dots. But I agree in that it feels very half-hearted. It also feels very heavy-handed at the same time, though, where it's just constantly bonking us on the head with, remember, seeking wealth will not fulfill you in the way love will. And it's just like, yeah, we know. Like, every one of these movies does that messaging, and I don't think we need to hear it again.
Yeah, it's interesting because, I don't think that Eat the Rich is like the premise of the film, but it's almost like saying that indirectly because I don't think we're meant to think that Glenn Powell's character is a good person or is doing the right thing. He ends the film with Jessica Henwick like drives away and doesn't want to be with him anymore. Also because she like thought after the trial that he was in love with Margaret Qualley, I think. But then he's like, well, that sucks. And he goes off with Margaret Qualley and now they're going to live this like rich life together, presumably, and like keep each other's secret. So he is not like a good, likable person.
No, I guess in theory, the quote unquote tragedy at the end is that he's like in a blackmailing dynamic for the rest of his life, essentially.
Yeah, he's lost the love of his
But we don't
his
see,
life.
I don't really see him as a victim though.
No,
you know? It's like
no.
he's
I
like,
don't think
he
we're meant
wants
to,
this.
but I think obviously I think he, to a certain extent,
that's the
is
problem.
in that position.
Yes. Yeah. So it's a little not unclear, but it's a little non-committal.
It's messy.
It is messy. I wonder too, though, would it be better to look at like Margaret Qualley's character as the pseudo Patrick Bateman rather than like Glenn Powell himself? Just in like, I think Margaret Qualley is playing this in a like she's in a different movie than everyone else. She's like doing something very like wacky and kind of.
She's doing Honey Don't still.
That's exactly what I wrote down. I was like, she's giving
So
Honey
bland.
Don't, and no one else is matching her energy, and it feels so bizarre.
I wrote down I thought she was miscast, and not because like she's doing so poorly, but that because she's just acting in a different movie. Whatever she's doing, I want to watch that movie because she's like very charismatic, very conniving, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And then she'll show up periodically throughout the movie for 5 minutes at a time and then disappear again in the background. And I'm like, oh, okay, then we go back to this other movie we're watching.
Yeah.
It's a very strange movie in that way. How are we feeling about Glenn Powell right now as an actor? I want to revisit this conversation because we had this conversation back in Running Man. We talked about Glenn Powell.
That was what, November?
That was November or so of last year.
Somewhere.
So just a couple months ago, we were talking about Glenn Powell and his trajectory as an actor.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talked about Twister Summer and his big moment. I don't want to say breakout movie, but arguably since Top Gun, the first like big can Glenn Powell carry a blockbuster on his own.
Yeah.
Top Gun was Tom Cruise, but he was there. Since then, I want to recap really quickly his filmography. So Top Gun Maverick in 2022. Devotion, which was the fighter plane movie. Never saw that.
Top Gun Maverick 2.0.
Top Gun Maverick, The Return of Maverick. I don't know. Then Hitman in 2023. Anyone But You in late 2023. Twisters in 2024. The Running Man. And now this, How to Make a Killing. I don't know exactly how to feel when I look at this filmography. Because I look at it and I think, well, he's great as Hangman in Maverick. Love him. Arguably one of the more fun roles and performances in that movie. Hitman, love. I would say Hitman is still his best movie to date.
Wow.
But not a movie everyone liked.
Yeah.
Went to Netflix. Quietly performed well there and then was never spoken of again. Anyone But You, major hit for him and Sweeney.
Bazillion dollars.
Made a lot of money. Did it help his positioning in the public eye in Hollywood as a movie star? I think it did.
Probably at least a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Positively, I think it did. I
Yeah.
don't think it negatively affected his movie star status.
No.
Twisters comes out. We're in Glenn Powell summer, baby. It's a great time to be a Glenn Powell fan.
Yeah.
He's sexy. He's fun. He's charismatic. He's ruling the summer season. And at that point, I'm thinking this guy is the next big movie star. Whatever he's in next, we're going to be paying attention to him.
Yeah.
But that movie is in The Running Man.
Yeah.
Have things changed for Glenn Powell since The Running Man and now this film, Sid? Have things changed for you?
I don't want to say that they've changed because if you look at this, I mean, it is kind of like, he does a Top Gun Maverick, but then he does a Devotion. I feel like this is just the reality of being a modern movie star. People always use like the metric of a movie star, like you have to do. Well, I think there are different types of movie stars. Like, can Glenn Powell, will he always get butts in seats? Does he sell tickets? Are people going to go see How to Make a Killing just because Glenn Powell is in it? No. I mean, no, we can tell already that the case is no. I mean, not a lot of people saw Devotion. Not all his movies are hits. But I do think he's a movie star in the way that he is like a charismatic leading man. I think that he's good at being a leading man. At least it works on me. I mean, I think Glenn Powell being in a movie always makes me like the movie more than I would otherwise. But yeah, I think that he isn't ending up being the like Tom Cruise 2.0 that everyone thought that he would be. And it's interesting. I mean, I wonder if this is like a new type of movie star. But you do, people that we consider like the older generation of movie stars like Brad Pitt and who was the other one in Wolves? George Clooney?
Clooney, yeah.
They did Wolves and no one saw it. Those
No
are
one
like
saw
two of the biggest movie stars ever. It's just kind of part of it now that everyone does some like straight to streaming shit that no one sees. You just kind of have to like make a living now.
Yeah, but I wonder though how much of what's going on specifically with like How to Make a Killing right now comes down to it being an A24 film that they're not doing like a ton of work to get people to go see.
I'm sure a part of it that plays a big role in kind of the marketing of it and people's awareness of the film. You're right in that the definition of a movie star has changed pretty dramatically over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
What defines a movie star? Who's a movie star? And there's a difference between a great actor and a movie star. There are exceptions. I mean, I think if you had asked me back in 2024, maybe back in 2022, during like the heyday of Glenn Powell, I would have been like, this is the guy that will fill the seats every movie he's in. And now we're sitting here in 2026. I'm like, that's not the case anymore. I think there is one actor that does fill seats with every movie he's in currently.
Timothy Chalamet.
And it's Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He's
think
the
Chalamet
exception.
Is
Like,
the exception.
yeah.
Yes.
He
I think
is able
that
to
guy.
be. He is way more selective. And I think that's the thing. I think once you start to do films like this, you're sort of cheapening your brand. Timothy Chalamet has maintained this, but he's also a new sort of movie star where he's sort of like indie and prestigious at the same way at the same time as being this like big box office star. He has like somehow maintained his identity as both of those things. I don't know how that compares to like a Tom Cruise or a Denzel Washington or whatever, but it's changing.
It is changing, but I think that's what's fascinating about Chalamet's current status is that even though the ecosystem has changed and the definition of a movie star has changed, he somehow can still embody both the classic version of that term, but also keep up with the times. Here are Chalamet's last 5 or 6 movies. You ready? Marty Supreme, big hit, A24's highest grossing film to date.
Mm-hmm.
Complete unknown, and he'll likely win the Oscar, for being honest. He's going to win the Oscar for Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
A Complete Unknown, Oscar nomination, also a hit. If you need confirmation of that movie made, do you guys remember how much that movie made by chance?
No.
$140 million, but had a $50 million budget.
Okay.
Pretty good for a musical biopic. Doom Part 2, we know was a hit. Wonka. You guys remember Wonka?
Barely.
Of course.
Scrub.
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 $125 million budget. Paul King film. Prequel or origin story of Willy Wonka. You know how much money that movie made?
Maybe like 4 something.
Yeah. 5.
$634 million.
Wow.
Say what you want about Wonka. Criticize it all day. Make fun of the songs. Make fun of Timmy's. Some people think it's a bad performance. Some people think it's great. Whatever. Movie made cash money. Was a very popular film. That was in 2023. 2022, he does Bones and All. That's his first foray. Not his first foray with Luca, but we're talking going from Don't Look Up, he goes to Bones and All, then Wonka. So that's, as Sid had pointed out, a lot of actors are doing like the big movie and then the smaller indie film to kind of do the movie they want to do. Bones and All doesn't do extremely well, but critically loved. People love
Great
Bones
movie.
and All. We love it. Before that does Don't Look Up, Oscar-nominated film, COVID film. Dune, COVID film. Still, it's Dune. The French Dispatch, he's working with Wes Anderson. Little Women, he's working with Greta Gerwig. The King, which is a Netflix film, this 2019. I would say he doesn't have his blow up until 2021 anyways. Until Dune is where he finally blows up.
Mm-hmm.
But he does Beautiful Boy in 2018, Lady Bird in 2017, Call Me By Your Name in 2017. Obviously Interstellar when he was a kid in 2014. But just looking at his filmography, I think from here on out, anything that Chalamet shows up in will fill a seat. He has somehow been able to balance that indie world with the blockbuster world.
But I wonder if that comes from having the luxury of like growing up in a household that gets him into the industry with a little more ease.
Well, sure. Yeah. I mean, obviously,
I think
that's not...
I mean, obviously, like that's a big part of it, but I do think that's like very relevant to an extent looking at like Glenn Powell's work where like he's coming from like a non-industry family and like he's been in the industry since the early 2000s with Spy Kids, and like he's had all these very small roles and just like slowly been working up into these major blockbusters. I think the doors that have been open for both of them are like very different.
Right.
Well, yes, but now we're at a point where they're both established actors, and now it's coming down to what is Glenn Powell going to do now in the future? Is he going to try to take on more blockbuster action-y roles? Is he going to try to do more fun roles like How to Make a Killing and Hitman? The next film he's slated to be in is called The Great Beyond. It's a sci-fi fantasy film directed and written by J.J. Abrams, where he's lead billing with Jenna Ortega, Emma Mackey, Merritt Weaver, Samuel L. Jackson, and Sophie Okonedo. I don't have a premise here for The Great Beyond, which is not shocking for a J.J. Abrams movie.
There's one on Letterboxd.
What does it say?
Yeah.
A young newlywed couple struggles to survive against a supernatural entity.
So
Ghosts.
we'll see what happens. JJ's another guy we could talk about where he currently sits in like the public eye of Hollywood stardom. I would say pre-Star Wars, he was favorable, positively looked at. Post-Star Wars, I don't know anymore.
That movie only makes me nervous because I don't trust the movies that Jenna Ortega chooses to be in as of late.
I mean, we could probably deep dive into Jenna Ortega's career as well and what she's doing. I love her as a person. From what I hear her talking about film, like she clearly loves movies, and then she chooses the most strange films to be in.
Yeah.
I'm very confused by those.
But yeah, I mean, Glenn Powell and Timothée Chalamet are also just such different actors. Like,
Exactly.
I wonder if we were wrong about Glenn Powell and he's not Tom Cruise. He's like Kurt Russell,
Yeah.
you know?
I don't know if he's
something
even
a
Kurt
little different.
Russell.
Well, he's young. He's still young.
He's got a long way to
Who
go.
knows? Like, who knows how the trajectory of his career will go? How much he'll end up being like a face and a name that people, you know, remember, and he'll keep getting good roles. But I think I don't know. I mean, who knows? Again, I always say, like, who knows how much he enjoys what he's doing and whether his career is going exactly the way he planned, you know?
Right.
Is he still producing or attached to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre project
Oh.
that just got
Maybe.
bought out by A24?
I don't know.
I feel like he was attached to that for some time. I think I don't know how to even look that up anymore.
What was it? Texas Chainsaw?
Texas
It's
Chainsaw.
not on Letterboxd.
A24.
Oh, that's right. He's
TCM.
co-writing. He co-wrote Hitman, and he's co-writing the Judd Apatow comedy movie
Oh yeah.
that he's
Oh.
in.
Yeah.
That he's slated in for 2027. That's really
what
cool.
I'm looking at it here. This is the AI overview, so who knows how accurate it is, but I'm almost positive this is accurate. A24 has acquired the rights to the TCM franchise.
Mm-hmm.
JT Molnar is in talks to direct the TV series and
Right.
executive producer Glenn Powell.
Oh, it's a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a show.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he also works with Linklater so much. I think like
Yeah.
maybe the goal is just have a good long-term creative partnership with him.
I feel like he's
True.
at this fork in the road, and there are two directions he can easily go down, and it will determine kind of like how he is perceived in Hollywood right now. We here love Glenn Powell. I don't think the love for him is as prevalent in the general public. The amount of, and this is just anecdotally from my own evidence, the amount of people who like put in my comments or say to me like, I don't like Glenn Powell. I don't find him charming. I don't find him good. Is like, would shock you how many people feel that way. And I'm really curious about the people listening right now, how they feel about Glenn Powell currently and kind of where they sit with him as an actor. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know if the love is as universal as we kind of assume it is.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was like, you know, how a lot of people feel about like a Chris Evans type, where it's like he just is kind of like default handsome man. I'm being told that he's a charismatic lead, but I just don't feel that like
Don't see it,
connection with him. I understand that for sure.
Yeah.
That's the trajectory I'm worried about. Is the Chris Evans trajectory of like being beloved for like 4 or 5 films, and then all of a sudden you maybe not in that same light anymore.
Well, Glenn Powell, interestingly, has not headed up like a big franchise.
Not yet.
I wonder that has to be intentional.
I would imagine someone of his caliber, him and Timothy, and you know, there's a select few actors and actors out there who are so talented. Dylan O'Brien, I think, is one of them as well. Where like you have to wonder at some point they were approached by the MCU, by Star
Yeah.
Wars, by somebody saying, "Hey, we will make you even more famous. We'll put you in the stratosphere
Just
of fame.
sign here.
Sign right here with your blood.
You'll get everything you
and
want.
you'll get it." I'm assuming they've all received the Faustian choice of joining one of these franchises, but they've all intentionally have probably not have joined it for a reason.
Yeah.
That's I would assume that. We don't have any evidence of that, but I would assume that.
Yeah.
Anything else on how to make a killing before we move on?
I think that's it.
That was a good conversation about Glenn Powell.
Love Glenn.
I love Glenny Boy.
I
I
still
will
love
always
him.
I will always buy a ticket for Glenn Powell.
I love Hitman has made me a fan for life. I will always be a fan of Glenn Powell because of that. I think he's extraordinary in that film. So I'm always going to be a fan.
Yeah.
We all said shout out Zach Woods because he's funny as fuck in
He's
this
so
movie.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so funny.
I want a movie on that guy's life.
I know.
I am just like every night, like crossing my fingers. I hope him being so outspoken about so many things online does not only impacts his career in a positive way.
Yeah.
I think it will. I think that the fact that he's so outspoken and so courageous about it and like unflinching about it
Right.
will hopefully yield
I think
only
you're
the
right.
best results. That's my hope.
Yeah.
He's
Vic-
so funny.
He's a
He's
very
so
funny, guy.
funny.
Great in this movie. I already said I think Quali's miscast. Topher Grace is fun in this too.
But it's like I wish it was more. Like I really
Yeah.
wanted like caricature, and we don't get
No.
a whole lot of it. I think it's funny that they kind of they cast Ed Harris in Shadow, and it's supposed to be like an Ed Harris reveal, I think. And I'm like,
Oh,
the
is
second
it?
that man started speaking, I knew
Yeah,
that was Ed Harris.
obviously that's Ed Harris.
That is
Yeah.
Ed Harris, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
I knew that. Okay. Do you want to say anything else before we move on from How to Make a Killing?
I will say this script is weirdly very similar to the video game The Root Trees Are Dead, which is
Okay.
like a lineage game where you're like tracing a rich family and it's all fluent, but they have like a son who's a pastor and he's like doing that shtick. And then they have a
Oh.
business son and like you're investigating it all. I'm like, it is kind of weird. how similar these ended up being. But also, I just really want to shout out that game because it's really fun.
Okay.
I was thinking watching it, this would be a fun video game.
Yeah, it kind of feels the way it unfolds. It feels like one.
Yeah.
Do we have like a favorite kill or method of murder that was done, or are they all too?
I kind of thought all of his methods were pretty bad.
I mean, they're quote unquote boring, but that's more because he's playing it very safe with all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're supposed to
Nothing
be-
exciting. Well, when I say bad, I think that he's not a very good killer. Like he's not getting caught,
No.
and he's kind of covering his tracks to a degree, but like is easily caught by a private eye that was hired by his like crazy
I know.
ex crush or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess if there's a favorite, I thought the one where he gave the pilot the sleeping powder was kind of funny.
Oh
That made
yeah,
the most sense to me.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing really flashy enough to be like, wow, that was
yeah,
fun.
because they all happen so quick, and he's like, oh, you know, when he killed the lady with the teeth whitening thing, he's like, you know, this like chemical is like really similar to teeth whitening stuff. And I'm like, I guess you're just like learning all this stuff. I'm like, can't they track your fucking like internet search history?
That's what cracked me up. I'm like, the FBI is investigating you and they aren't looking at what you're Googling.
What you're
Like,
Googling.
you're
Yeah.
clearly Googling all this.
Exactly.
And there's scenes where it cuts to him like on the computer, like looking at it and like writing things down. Like, oh, so
Yes.
you are Googling these things.
Yeah. You should take a note out of the Psycho Killers book and encyclopedia at
only
all.
check things out in the
yeah,
library.
go
Yeah, he could have done
offline.
that.
What a trend! What a segue.
Did you like how I did that?
Wow. Before we leave,
Claire's
how to
just
make a
like,
killing.
Hey guys, can we
Hey,
talk
could we
about-
stop talking about the boring movie?
Before we transition very quickly, final score, how to make a killing, letterbox, Sydney.
I gave it a 3, like a solid 3 from me.
Clara?
I did the same. It's a 3 from me. You?
A 2.5 to a 3.
Okay.
Sure, 3 is like the most, it's like a gentleman's 3.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's-
have a terrible time, and I didn't regret buying a ticket.
Yeah.
Let's pivot. Psycho killer time, guys.
Yay.
You know what?
Yay.
I will give this movie some accolades and commendations in that at least they never used the Talking Head Psycho Killer song, and I think that was very brave of them.
I think that was
I
a good
almost
call.
think they should have. Like that
Oh.
would have made the movie better.
I don't like that trend.
But I do think that's a good example of where they could have stopped being so self-serious and been a little silly goofy for
yeah.
a second.
Maybe like a slow reverb Psycho Killer.
Oh
cover.
my god, yeah.
Psycho Killer.
Put it over the opening credits. You know what? It's in the same like
And then the
voice
record
modulator
starts
that-
skipping.
Yeah.
Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah. Run away. There
There
we
we go.
go.
We
We just
figured
made
it
the better,
out.
we made a better movie right now.
We were just talking about title sequences for our 7 episode on the
Mhm.
Patreon, funnily enough, and it did
Yeah.
have opening credits.
A long one.
Stylized
Long
opening
opening
credit sequence.
credits. They weren't great, but
It was-
hey, they had them.
They
It
had
was
them.
fine.
It was very long legs. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, it is a little long legs. I thought of long legs a lot watching it.
I've seen those comparisons a lot.
Yeah.
It does make you appreciate long legs a little bit more if you didn't
It
like
does.
long legs.
Yeah,
does do that.
absolutely.
So, Psycho Killer, I text you guys a photo of the Rotten Tomato debut score, which
Yeah.
was at a whopping 0%.
0%.
I knew it would be
Since-
bad. I did not think it would be bad.
Yeah, that was shocking.
Since I sent you that text, which was a couple days ago, what do you think the Rotten Tomato score is currently at? Clara, what is your guess?
I so wish Rotten Tomatoes would be silly and do like negatives. I think that'd be really funny. I'll guess it's at 5%.
Sydney?
I was gonna say 9.
Okay.
So, I'm now understanding the consensus now.
Okay.
Oh, what does it say?
The consensus is, what is it? What is it? Better run
Oh.
away. And when I read it, I was like, I don't understand it. But now us singing Psycho
Yeah.
Killer, I understand.
Your third eye has been opened.
It has been.
Which I didn't know that's what the French translated to. But
Yeah,
I looked it up because of
It was
this
like, what
movie.
is it? What is it?
Mhm.
Run away. So yeah, I sent you guys here's some more context clues. When I sent you guys a 0% score, it had 15 reviews.
Okay.
Currently it has 21 reviews.
Ooh, still nothing.
Still not a lot of reviews. For some reason, no one's reviewing the movie.
Okay.
So you're sticking at 5%?
Yeah.
Sid, what do you think it's at?
I think 5 is probably a better guess, but I'll stay with 9.
Currently, it sits at 0%.
Oh,
It's not
trick
changed.
question.
It was a trick question. Out of the 21
Wow.
reviews, 21 of them are all negative. I'm sure
Wow.
as more reviews flood in over the weekend, it'll get bumped up to 3 to 5 to 9.
You reckon?
Wow, yeah, you can do it. Well, it
I
Dream
kind of
big.
assume. I
It
kind of
doesn't
assume.
not. I mean, it makes sense that no one has seen it because we were just saying that, Wednesday came around and we were like, oh, this movie hasn't screened for anyone.
No,
Anyone.
it wasn't even
There's
Wednesday.
no-
It was Thursday.
Yeah.
It was Thursday morning.
Yeah, that's right. It didn't even lift until Thursday. And yeah, I had seen one critic that I knew was seeing it Wednesday night. But man, they were really like not wanting this movie to be seen by critics.
I have seen conspiracy theories out there that Disney intentionally buried this film.
Mm.
And after watching the movie, I completely believe that.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
I think they
DOA.
very, very intentionally bury this movie to prevent people from watching and reviewing it. It seems like they don't care about it at all. I don't think I saw a trailer for this movie. Maybe I saw it one time over the last 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Maybe one time.
I can confidently say, because I track it,
Yeah.
I never saw a trailer for this in theaters.
Really?
And I don't seek them out online. I was under the impression maybe it just didn't have one, but someone commented on my Letterboxd review and was like, yeah, when I saw the trailer, I was like, I don't know. And I was like, I didn't even know there was a trailer. That's
Yeah.
news.
Did you know about this, Sid?
The trailer?
How about,
just
did you
the
know
movie?
about the movie coming
Well, yeah,
out
well,
until
so
we
we
talked
were-
about it?
We were so excited for the movie because it was like the right.
What
We
fools
really
we
thought
were.
this
We didn't know
This
about
might
it
have
at
been
all.
good.
We were so
Because
young, so naive.
Written by Andrew Kevin Walker, who wrote Seven.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened there.
How did
Apparently,
we...
and apparently it was written in 2007, right?
Well, let me give you guys
okay.
some insight on that. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This project was developed for several years by several different filmmakers. An early draft of the script would appear online in 2007.
Okay.
In March of 2009, Fred Durst announced he was going to direct this film. And it was scheduled to begin shooting in August of 2009. In June 2009, Durst said that Psycho Killer would be his next film. However, in 2010, Gavin Polone, who directed it, was set to direct the movie, and Eli Roth and Eric Newman would produce it. This was back in 2010.
Wow.
And then
Oh,
shooting
wow.
was was expected to begin in late 2011. Roth was attached to the movie until 2011, then dropped out. And then several other people dropped out in 2015. And it wasn't until February of 2023 that New Regency greenlit the film with Polone to direct the film. So it wasn't until 2023, but this movie has been in production hell since essentially 2009. You can
It is
tell.
so funny. Yeah, it's like satanic panic and like a nuclear meltdown. You're like,
Yeah.
that's not what we're thinking about right now.
No.
Maybe we were in 2007.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, exactly.
This movie made me laugh so much.
We were chuckling it up.
I
I wish I
laughing
could
a
have seen
lot.
it with you guys or just anyone
It
else.
was really fun.
It was a fun watch because it was like the most ridiculous thing. But when there was a plot twist in this film where it turns out it was like a nuclear meltdown movie, and it cuts back to the psycho killer himself, like in his car, and it like intentionally shows close up of his tattoo, which it showed earlier in the movie, and you're like, oh, it's just like a crazy satanic tattoo. No, it's like a nuclear.
Yeah, they do
and
like
it shows the symbols. Yeah,
they
like,
like move the symbol. It's like, oh my
Oh
god.
my god! It's like, oh, he's just fascinated by nuclear power, and he
Yeah.
wants to. I thought what they were going to go for there was that like his family was in the radius of a nuclear power plant and like had died due to radiation, due to like government neglect, and so this was his payback. He was going to intentionally cause a meltdown and destroy the East Coast. Like that was his thing.
Someone write that down.
That sounded like a cool idea.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
that
think,
wasn't
like,
the case.
the idea of like a Satanist wanting to open the gates of hell through blowing up a nuclear plant and like getting to the Earth's core is kind of cool.
It's
Like, I don't think
it's
I
not a
don't
bad
think this
idea.
movie is without interesting ideas. But yeah, the execution is just so mind-boggling.
How do you feel about the twist that, and I didn't catch this until the end, until Claire and I talked about it, that potentially the government was the one who created him the way he is, and they were trying to cover their tracks and like recapture him and put him back into the hospital?
And that's
What do you
why
mean
they
created him the way he is?
Well, because there is a point where what's her name? Archer? Detective Archer?
Yes.
yeah.
Officer Archer? I don't know.
Jane Archer, I think.
Jane Archer. Jane Archer is driving because she's going places and she's listening to the radio, and the radio is talking about a conspiracy theory that the government is like forcing criminals to like be criminals essentially at this like special like detention center. And then at the end, it's kind of alluded to. They're like, "Welcome back to Death Valley. We missed you." And so it's like, oh, okay, that's where he's come from. Essentially, when he was caught the first time after the church murder, they like faked his suicide and took him there.
Yeah,
And so
like
it's
they're
this whole-
experimenting on these criminals to make them more evil or something.
Exactly. And so then my thinking was, okay, so then maybe that's why when Jane is going to like the FBI and is like, hey, like I'm investigating, I really want to figure this out, they're very dismissive and are like, get out of here, woman. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. And it's not so much like a dick swinging, like cops don't want to help other cops thing. It's more
Them trying to cover
we
their
already know
tracks,
the
and
answer. We know where he is. We don't want you interfering because we need to get him back alive and you'll kill him.
Psycho killer, sneaky masterpiece. Does he know the writing is this fire?
read between the lines.
What the hell?
everyone.
Okay, I did not put that together. It was like at the end, I was like, okay, there's something like weird here because we know that he like is Reeves,
Mm-hmm.
but then what's this other thing going on? And it does end almost like they're supposed. Like, I mean, people have said it seems like they're very much trying to create this like slasher icon.
Mhm.
And did it feel to you guys like they were like, you know, Psycho Killer will return?
Well, the ending, it does imply that, yeah.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he survives being shot in the head
Mhm.
and being shot multiple times by
Yeah.
Jane Archer.
Although I think when we're watching him get shot, I don't think she ever actually shoots him in the head. I think she shoots him in like the leg and then the chest. And the chest
Yeah.
one is like straight to the heart, it looks like. But then I think on the radio again,
Oh,
they're
they
lying.
say, yeah,
yeah, they're
he's shot in the
saying on
head.
the news like, oh, he was shot in the head, he's dead. And it's like, well, no, he wasn't. He's fine.
He survives being shot multiple times and is like clearly awake as he's being taken back to whatever penitentiary he's
Right.
going to.
Yeah.
And it does seemingly imply Psycho Killer, the Satan slasher, or whatever they call him, will return.
He
in
lives.
Psycho Killer 2, the return of Psycho Killer.
He's like, Jesus, he was resurrected.
That's,
oh my god!
I mean, that's what they want to do. But the movie's edited so poorly. There was a moment in the beginning of the film, I couldn't really understand if I thought we were watching two killers at one point because it would cut to this guy in the car and then like cut to the hotel. And I'm like, oh, are these two different people? But no, it's just like the same person. There's a laundry list of reasons why this movie doesn't work. And we could probably go through every single one, but we're not going to.
No.
Can I just say, I think the voice of the satanic slasher is so stupid and ridiculous that I like had to hold back laughter every single time. It does not work.
how much do you love your wife?
If you are justice, please do not lie.
I'm the psycho killer,
Yes,
baby.
it does sound like
It is. It's so the Riddler. Yeah.
But it's supposed to be his literal voice.
That's what's
I'm like, is
crazy.
it
I
like
thought it was a
is
voice
it in
changer.
his mask? But then he goes to the Satanist cult thing that's led by Malcolm McDowell for some reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's only wearing his sunglasses.
information.
I don't have
I don't know where this person is.
I know their job.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, at what point in the process did we come up with that? Were they like, ooh, this character needs more like oomph? Is he supposed to be supernatural? Like, it's not like he just has a deep, scary voice. Like, there's a sound effect on this guy's
Oh,
voice.
No,
for
it's like
sure.
very
Yeah,
visibly.
For sure. There's no way
Yeah,
that actors talks like that in real life. Who is James Preston Rogers? There's no way he's speaking like that right now.
Yeah. Hey, shout out, he's a big guy. He had physical presence.
He has the
He has a
physicality.
great
That's always
physicality.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I did like every time he like got out of a car or like approached somebody, they're like looking up at him as he towers
yeah.
over them. I do
He's
like
big.
the physicality
He's
of him for
big.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, the voice doesn't work for me as well. Something else I told Clara and we both agreed on as we walked out. I would not be surprised to learn if like a 2-hour cut of this movie exists somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it feels so chopped and disconnected. There's a moment in this movie where Jane Archer has found him in the hotel,
And they fight.
and she kind of sneaks into his hotel room.
Yeah.
By the way, suspending your belief is necessary for this watch.
Yes.
Because if you
Yeah.
don't, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
But she's investigating his hotel room. She can't find him. She thinks he's in the shower. He's not.
He's in the closet.
He's in the closet.
Oh my God.
Literally, not metaphorically.
Yeah.
But maybe he is metaphorically, actually.
Maybe. We don't know.
We don't know. And they get in this big fight, and then he like throws her out the window, and she eats shit, and like he then walks away.
Yeah.
And gets away.
Yeah.
That shot low-key went hard with all the like glass floating
good.
around in the
There
air.
are
I
some
was like,
scenes that look good.
They're cooking a little bit.
There's some shots
Oh,
here I
from
like a
time to
lot.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Throws her out the window, and she kind of is unconscious. And then the next scene we see her, she's like in a library
Researching again.
And I'm like, what happened? You were just thrown out of a window. We can acknowledge that at all?
And then like a little bit later, then they go to like a fake news broadcast, and she's like coming out of a police station. Everyone's like, "Hey, you're in trouble. What are you doing?" And she's like, "I already told the police everything I needed to say." And it's just like, okay, so that's what we're missing before. Like, this is so bizarre.
There's a lot of disconnect, and I'm not gonna be shocked to hear that there's another version of this where it's much more fleshed out, because it feels like there's a lot missing here.
Yeah. It's not surprising that, I mean, they're already so not confident. I'm sure in the post-production process, they were like, we need to fix this and like make it something that we can release. But yeah, it is just so, I mean, I'm surprised, especially because Andrew Kevin Walker, we know, can make like a semi-interesting like crime thriller,
Yeah.
but so much of it, I mean, I think it's the direction too. What's his name? Gavin Polone.
Gavin Pollonia.
It's his directorial debut. We knew that he'd like produced some of Fincher's movies and
The
I think he
Zombieland
worked with
movies.
Soderbergh. Yeah.
He's been in the background of a lot of Hollywood
Yeah.
films.
He's been in the background. I don't think it's like it's not like the worst directed movie ever, but there is so much like all of the scares and stuff and like the kills and all of that. There's one scare when he kills the pharmacist in the car in the parking lot, and it's like really being like slow and like it's this like long take on her, and I'm like, oh wow, I wonder if she's gonna like she's lighting her lighter. I'm like, I wonder if she's gonna light it and his face is gonna be illuminated in the back of the car. But no, it just cuts and he's just like there.
There you go.
Like, that's not scary. I know, it literally is just like, oh, I'm here.
We have the same brain. I'm sure a lot of people think the same thing, that I thought that exact sequence was going to go that way. And I was kind of excited to see it that way, for his light to be illuminated by like the small lighter. But it was such a lazy, no, we're just going to cut to him being behind you instead.
Yeah, it wasn't a subversion. It just was like this really underwhelming reveal of something we already knew.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up as well. None of the scares really worked for me. I did have to Google the satanic slasher's mask, because I feel like there's not a point in the movie where you can actually see his mask, like see him very clearly. And I wanted to see an image of it just to get an idea of what he looked like. I think this is the reason why we don't see it in the movies, because the longer you look at him in the mask, the sillier he looks.
He looks a little silly.
He does not look scary.
Yeah.
It's not a very intimidating mask, because the eyes are big and like close together, and the mouth is really high up, so it kind of looks kind of dorky, if anything. And I think that's why we don't really see him up close. Something you said earlier I want to go back to is that I think this is a movie, obviously not without ideas, but probably a movie with too many ideas. There's a moment somewhere in the middle where he goes to a confessional, and he sits in the confession booth, and then he stabs the priest next to him and then starts to drink his blood.
Yeah,
Probably the only moment in the movie where I was like, oh, this is
Yeah, that was crazy.
that was
fun.
fun.
Kind
I
of
like
crazy
that.
and a little bit, this is going places.
Yeah.
But the conversation before, I want to get your 2 cents, Sid, because Claire and I couldn't come to agreement. They talked about how like he had been in the church when he was a kid, and the line the satanic slasher says is something along the lines of, Yeah, I knew a priest. He kept me under his wing. That's how I became the man I am today.
Yeah, I like learned everything from him.
I interpreted that as, oh, are they implying that like he was assaulted as a kid and then became this evil entity because of that? But then we weren't sure if it was implying that or if it was implying that like that priest or whoever was also a Satanist and taught him to be a Satanist. What did you get from that?
That wasn't even mine.
Oh, what was yours?
Mine was that he's referring directly to the devil who will like come to him as like false prophets and like whisper in your ear and trick you.
What did you think of that scene?
I thought all of the above. Yeah, when he was saying that, I was like, oh my God, are they alluding to, like he was assaulted by a priest? That would be really like a really big thing to add to the film that never gets like brought up again. But I thought maybe, or it was like, he made me the man I am today, and that he like didn't agree with his teachings. And so he went in like the other direction. I mean, who knows what the hell was meant by that.
I was just curious. It
could be
feels
Satan.
like a whole movie of that, of like some things will be brought up and we're like, oh, is that an idea that you have? And then they never really flesh it out in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I wish there was more structure given in like, when he drinks the blood out of the priest's neck, I was like, whoa, that's pretty gnarly. I kind of like that. But I wish I understood like why he was doing the things that he was doing, because clearly he has this like grand plan and he thinks he's being like told to do things or is like meant to do certain things. And I don't think it really works that everything he does is seemingly like random.
Yeah.
Until we know, I guess, like his ultimate goal, and that he needed the guy who worked at the nuclear plant. But, he's like calling out to this other, like, I don't know, this little like cult group and using what are they called?
Classifieds.
The classifieds,
Yeah.
the confidentials, the classifieds. I'm like, what does that mean to you that you're drinking a priest's blood?
I don't think I think to them, it feels like the script's like, this will be really scary. And this is what a Satanist would do. And people won't question it. But in reality is that like, you're kind of giving us these images and these scenes and not really giving us a reason why they exist.
Yeah. And what was the whole, he was listening to someone talking about, he was taking all the pills and they were like, oh, you're talking about like drugs. There was his car radio.
I do remember a drug subplot at some point. Like he was like stealing drugs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly remember what was going on.
Yeah, he was like a whole cocktail and he was like taking them all himself. But I like realized too late that it was important. And I was like, I'm not sure exactly what the person on the radio just said about drugs and whether he should or shouldn't be.
I think it's the
taking
idea
them.
of like he's taking specifically stuff that would cause like hallucinations. And so then it's the idea that he's taking them to remain in communion with the
Right.
the devil.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
makes
it's like what
sense.
Claira said. I mean, there's like this mishmash of satanic panic. There's a moment where Georgina Campbell's character, also this movie thinks you're so stupid because they explain everything to you, to your face, to the camera. I mean, at some point I was like, just talk to me directly at this point. But Georgina Campbell walks up to an FBI agent and is like, see this musical album? This is a metal rock album.
Yeah.
And look at the back, the track listing. He's doing all of these things. He's inspired by this music and by all this Satanist metal. All right, thank you. And there's like the nuclear anxieties of potential meltdowns.
Mm-hmm.
It is like strangely like very conservative coded in that like, these are all the things we're scared of.
It's this was written by a boomer.
Yes.
Yeah.
It feels like it was written by a boomer in the 90s who was like, these are the things we're scared of.
Yeah.
And now we're watching in 2026. And like Sydney said, like, we don't think about any of these things at all anymore.
No, it's very strange. It's very silly.
So anyways, anything else we need to say about Psycho Killer?
Well, what did you guys think tonally about the big stretch with Malcolm McDowell and the cult? Because that did become a little like silly to me. It started to get a little silly.
Well, that's the problem with it is that I find it silly and I like that it's silly, but then this guy walks in, the satanic slasher, who is so self-serious about everything. It kind of ruins all of the fun, which I know that's the point. Like him, like he kills all the people, but I don't know if those two tones, they clash. They don't work for me.
Yeah.
I feel like that was like the biggest detriment of the film as a whole to me, is that we spend so much time with the psycho killer, and that like the more time we spend with him, obviously the less scary he can get. And then also like the more time we spend with him, the more we see him sparing the lives of people, which like totally negates everything we know about him beforehand. Like him saving the life of the one satanic guy is like very out of all of a sudden very out of character.
Can tell you believe.
You're a real
Can you?
believer.
That was the most
Leave and never come back.
it made no sense to me because he's like killing people willy-nilly, just like I'm gonna kill whoever's in my way.
Yeah.
And then when he goes to the other Satanists, he says, I can tell you believe what I believe, or you believe what you believe.
You
or,
believe true, like you are a true believer, blah, blah, blah. And
And
it's
I'm like,
okay.
is he? There's no way he's a true believer. That's the one guy where I doubted the most.
I know.
Yeah, so it was like, that's really weird. And then like when he's in the nuclear plant, like he's shooting all the guards, but letting everyone else just walk by. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you letting all these people just hang out in the hallway all of a sudden?
Yeah.
It's just, it's very strange. And I think, it does really want to be this super scary thing, but then it also needs us to like spend as much time as we can with the killer. I think because like they don't know how to sit with a woman in mourning who's also investigating for long stretches of time.
Who's also
Interesting.
pregnant.
Who's also pregnant.
That's right. Well, I did. Yeah, I wanted more Georgina Campbell. I don't think she's able to give like a great performance here just
I
because
don't
of
either.
the material. But I did. I'm like, imagine if this was like, if it did play it really serious, but it was this killer who you imagine if you like never hear him talk.
Exactly.
And you get like a very minimal amount of the killer. He doesn't need this cult to like do some PI shit for him or whatever. And yeah, it's just like Georgina Campbell and him kind of facing off. I like that she's sort of, you know, going rogue and like tracking him herself, and he is kind of none the wiser because he isn't thinking about, you know, the person who was wronged by him committing murder.
Yeah.
And that is kind of his downfall.
I agree.
But
That's
it's not bad.
it's like that's one of the most interesting things maybe, is that in a lot of ways her character is like a gender bent Mills from Seven, where like the spouse has been murdered and now I'm like on a tear to get revenge for this.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what if Seven kept going?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And John Doe lived. Like, how would
Yes.
Mills react to that situation?
Exactly. But also we're not going to really get into the headspace of the character much at all.
Well, I think you made a
Yeah.
great point in that we spend way too much time with the satanic
Way
slasher
too much.
and not enough time with Georgina Campbell's character. And the connection between them, the link that keeps them together is, you know, her husband's murder by him, but they don't really dive into enough of that to where there's any tension between them. I can understand why she's upset, because that makes sense. He killed your husband. I can understand that on paper, but there's never really this attempt to actually dive into the psychology of like why she's like attempting to track this guy down.
Yeah.
And because of that, and because we spend so much time with the satanic slasher, we don't really get much out of Georgina Campbell. I think she's a good actress.
She is.
But I just think the material here isn't working for her at all.
Not at all.
Agreed.
The ending I find so funny
It's so funny.
because, and I don't want to cinema sins this movie to death, but there are times where I'm watching it and I'm like, what is happening? Claira pointed out that there are several scenes in this movie where like Georgina Campbell will be like in a public diner.
In the diner with dead body photos
has
on her
her
laptop.
laptop open.
There's a family sitting behind her. And I'm like,
scrolling casually on her computer
Yeah.
at these murder scenes
on the
as-
phone, like, please tell me about the bodies. It's like, what?
When the other FBI agent helps her, she's like, "Hey, come meet me at this busy bar, and I'll show you all these confidential files." I'm like, "Okay."
And I was thinking towards the end where he's like kind of trying to access the nuclear plant, and he's killing all these people. He then barricades himself inside the control room, and all the employees are kind of just like standing around the hallways.
And they're putting the bodies
The
in body
bodies are
bags
being-
already. It's just like, we're cleaning up.
And they're just sitting there like drinking their coffee, like, wow, this is a crazy Tuesday.
What are we going to do? Like, what do you mean?
Can't wait to tell like Sarah in reception about this tomorrow
Yeah.
morning. And it was a crazy, crazy scene.
Wow. It's especially disorientating though, because we were talking about this as well. Like the opening like 5 minutes of this movie where we're given like the baseline premise of what we're about to watch is decently tense and kind of interesting. Like
And shot well.
It's shot nicely with
Yeah,
all
it
the stuff
is.
with like him being pulled over by her husband and them kind of like having this weird back and forth. Like I think it does a good job there giving us the baseline of the characters and like what's going to happen with them and like what will motivate them in theory, and then we just give up on that, I guess.
Give up on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. We've talked a lot about Psycho Killer.
I also do want to say, for all the bad things we have to say about it, I had a lot of fun, and I think everyone should go see the movie.
It's a fun.
wow.
It was a fun watch.
I think everyone should
Psycho
go.
Killer
It's
to the moon.
fun.
I don't know if I would say everyone go watch
Everyone
it.
go
see it
watch
alone.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
See it with
It is a
friends.
90-minute movie, so take your best friends and have a blast watching it. Sometimes there is some
Yeah.
joy in that.
Yeah.
And you can walk around going, I need information.
How much do you love your wife?
And he kills them
Your
anyway,
wife
which
is
is
waiting for you.
It kills me when they're in, like, they're watching them be in the locked room, like Georgina Campbell's character and all them, and they're like standing there, and the workers are like, "Oh man, we gotta get in there so we can get him." And she's like, "You guys are dumb. He's gonna kill him." Like, just like, oh my god.
I like when Georgina Campbell gets to the nuclear plant and the security guys come out. She's like, "Look, there's a killer in there, and I have to get in." They're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Who
wait!"
are you?
And there's an explosion, and she's like, "Come on, let's go now." And they're like, "Okay."
And then there's one guy who like dedicates himself to her. Like they are all of a sudden like a 2-man team, and they're
That's
going
right.
around everywhere.
Yeah,
and
she's
then
like, you ride with me.
yeah, and then in the building they're like silently nodding, like I understand what you need. I'm coming with you. And like,
And then he goes, "Oh, wait, there might be another way in."
Yeah.
And he shows her a way that is not a way in
no,
at
it's just
all.
a window. And then it kills me because he's like, it's plexiglass, it's bulletproof. And then she just goes, hey, and just like,
Well, then she shoots through it.
and then she shoots through it. Yeah, so I'm just like, this is so
Well,
funny. Oh, what a movie.
Also, the one-liner at the end was so, to me, it sounded clearly like it was ADR. And it was very clunky where she's like, go to hell, psycho.
Oh yeah, that was so dumb.
And there are other times in the movie where she's like, she refers to him as the slasher.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it felt too, I'm like, I don't like that term because it feels like you're just like talking about the movie. Like, I've never
Yeah.
heard anyone talk about a serial killer as like, oh, the slasher is here.
This is the
Was he
best-
called the satanic slasher, I guess? Is
Honestly,
that
He
why?
was, yeah, that's
He
why.
was.
Yeah.
The only other time I can think of where someone's called that is in SpongeBob, where it's the hash
slinging
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 Slasher.
slasher.
I know. That's a good comparison.
That's funny.
All right, Psycho Killer letterbox score, Clara.
I gave it a 1.5, but also a heart, and the heart is really important.
Okay.
That
Sid?
is important. I gave it a 1.5. No
Nice.
heart.
Joe,
Great. I gave it a 1 out of 5.
woo!
How
That's
does this
Psycho
compare
Killer.
to like Hard Eyes? I never saw Hard Eyes.
I like Hard Eyes.
Hard Eyes is definitely experimenting with genre a lot
Yeah,
more.
it's
and
Josh Rubin, so there's a lot more like decent thought behind it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
They're
Hard
masters
Eyes is
of
intentionally
historical
trying to be like a romantic comedy horror.
Yes.
Oh.
And that works.
Yeah, it works really nice.
The couple that we follow, they're a lot of fun.
Mhm.
And so that works for me.
I agree.
Okay. Noted.
All right. There you go. That's How to Make a Psycho Killer, the double feature of the year for everyone. I'm sure you were so excited for that. We're going to pivot very quickly. We're not going to do box office for these ones. There's no point in doing box office for these ones. By the way.
Okay.
Play
We're
taps.
pivoting to play tabs.
Yeah.
No, play Psycho Killer Reverb Edition. We're doing today our questions of the week. Last week, we had a really fun question in celebration of Wuthering Heights, where we asked you, what was your favorite movie when you were 14 years old?
Mm-hmm.
We got so many answers.
The most answered Q&A of all time.
Wow.
We had a lot of answers. It was a fun question.
Yeah.
We're so excited to see you guys using Spotify comments and YouTube comments because it allows for some really great answers. For next week's Q&A, very simple. We are asking, what is, from here on out, your most anticipated movie of 2026? Could be any genre. We asked last time in Primate your favorite or your most anticipated horror film.
Mm-hmm.
This is any genre. I'll be, you can say The Odyssey if you want. I'm not saying don't. I'm sure we'll get a lot of The Odysseys, but it could be any movie.
Joe wants creativity.
No, I want
Well,
whatever you want.
We want
Yes.
the truth.
Yes.
I want the truth. God damn it. That's what I want. So that's our question for next week. What is your most anticipated film of 2026? But for now, we're going to look through these answers of what your favorite movie was when you were 14 years old. Clara, you did all that work for us. Let us know your first one you want to read.
Oh, wow. Okay. S. Rennie 95 says Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging. Really hope you guys know this movie. And it's like S. Rennie 95. Of course I
we
know,
I do know
Angus
it.
Thongs and Perfect Snogging. I remember when that movie like premiered on Nickelodeon for the first time. It was like a huge
Really?
deal, and
It
it was
was a big
really
thing.
It was a big deal movie.
Yeah.
Never seen it. I know of it though, because I remember looking at the title. I'm like, well, that's a really long title.
It's genuinely like a really good movie, and honestly kind of the perfect answer for something like this, because the main character is like 14 about to turn 15. So it's just so like young teenage girl like figuring herself out in like a really fun way.
Cool.
Who's the guy in that?
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Right, that's right.
It
That's
is?
right.
Yes, it's like
Oh.
I think
his
I did
early
watch it
roles.
when I was a teenager.
Oh my
I'll
God.
check it out. I'll check it out.
He was such a babe too. It was like, oh my
Fun.
God.
Yeah.
All right, Sid, go ahead.
Let's see. Cole Primo 98 says, I was obsessed with the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean and Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Sin Serendipity said, when I was 14, I wasn't really into movies, but a couple of classmates and I did a school project, and during the presentation, we somehow started talking about Shyamalan Split. So I'd say that one. It also started my love for Anya Taylor-Joy, so that's a plus.
Yay,
That's
Split.
amazing.
It's a good choice.
That is a good one. Cinephilo Progresso says, not gonna lie, probably Harry Potter, which that's definitely one of my answers too. Like Harry Potter like ruled my life. The last one came out when I was a freshman in high school. So that was like
Oh, wow.
a huge deal.
Big movies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ella Price Makes Movies says The Aviator. Which I'm like,
Oh.
of course.
That's awesome.
Ella and
That
I are
checks
mutuals.
out.
I'm like, of course you said this.
That checks out.
And that's so real.
User Too Many Cucks said Napoleon Dynamite. I watched it at a sleepover and his parents didn't let me back because I laughed so hard I vomited.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
That is funny. Too Many Cucks. Thank you for the answer. Let me know what scene you laughed at the hardest because I want to know.
Kian Lanning says Transformers and Shaun of the Dead.
Oh,
Those are fun.
Oh, wow.
Shaun of the Dead. Are you British? I wonder.
Maybe.
Not to say you have to be British, but at 14, I wasn't watching it.
Wait, am I next?
Yeah, you are.
Marta C39 says Baz Luhrmann's The Great Gatsby. It's still my favorite movie to this day.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
Orange Heart
Love
emoji.
Baz.
Wow, good movie.
Good movie.
Joshy says Step Up 2 and 3 was a frequent double feature, and I'd be lying if I said I haven't done it again recently.
Wow.
Oh,
You should do it again.
do it again.
The rain dance scene with Moose is so good.
It's so good. Oh my God, it's amazing. Danielle Robinson says 14-year-old me was obsessed with Baby Mama. I thought it was the funniest movie ever,
Oh my
and I
God.
quote it to this day. I love Baby Mama.
Yeah, Baby Mama
great
was a big deal
answer.
too.
Baby Mama was like genuinely a big deal movie.
Yeah.
That's
there were
so
some
funny.
great female-led comedies coming out during that. era.
Yes, there really was.
yeah.
I love these answers because so many of them are like, I could totally see a 14-year-old being obsessed with that movie.
No, it's
Yeah.
like, it's amazing.
Addison Conway 7599 says, I wasn't into film that much when I was 14, but I remember watching The Edge of 17 and relating to Nadine so much. I turned 20 this year and it's still one of my favorite films. Aw,
Aw,
I
that's a
love
great
that.
answer.
that's awesome.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah.
Kaylee Crabtree said Thunderstruck featuring Kevin Durant. Real ball knowers will understand. I've never seen Thunderstruck. I can see the poster in my head very clearly, but it seems like when I saw that poster, I thought it was like this generation's Like Mike.
Oh.
And I think it is something like that. It's like about a kid who becomes Kevin Durant or can like something like that. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
fun.
I've heard of this.
I'm almost
Like
positive.
big but different.
Yeah. Let me double check the premise. No, not the AC/DC song. Movie. 2012 Thunderstruck is a sports comedy following a boy who magically gets Durant's basketball skills, and the duo must figure out how to return the skills back to Kevin Durant.
Oh, okay. So he's still a kid.
Yeah, so
but
it's
he's
like,
really
like
good.
Mike, where
Okay.
like he's Lil Bow Wow's little kid, but has Michael Jordan's powers through
Yeah.
his shoes. So it's similar.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. You'll like this answer. King TT21 says 4, 14, 24, and 34 when I get there. It's Twister.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Also acceptable is Inception, which,
Yeah.
that tracks.
Twister
Love it.
rules forever.
Yeah.
Good movie. Shane Wilson says, still one of my favorites, The Martian. Liking the book made me feel so cool. Liking the movie made me feel even cooler. How excited are you for Project Hail Mary then?
I would imagine very excited. I will watch The Martian again to prep for Project Hail Mary.
I want to do that too, yeah.
I'm
Good
really
movie.
excited about that. My turn. Let's see. Wow, there's so many good ones here.
There's like a lot.
I will read this one that says, Patrick Humphrey says, Matchstick Men was my comfort movie at 14. Alison Lohman was fundamental in my growth as a young teenager.
Oh,
I don't think I've seen Matchstick Men.
I haven't
Is
either.
it a
I
Ridley
haven't
Scott
seen
movie?
it.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no.
Who
I don't
directed
think
Matchstick
so.
Men?
I don't know.
Matchstick Men. 2003. It is a Ridley Scott movie.
Oh.
Trying to gaslight me over
Oh.
there?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it is. Nicolas Cage, Sam Rockwell, Alison Lohman. Right there. Matchstick Men.
We can watch it to
Black
prepare
comedy
for
crime film. One day I'll get there. I know. Prepare for Dog Stars.
The Fault in Our Stars.
Dog Stars.
Now it's me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ivan Limfey says, used to watch The Mummy 1 and 3 pretty much every other weekend. Rick and Evelyn, FTW.
1 and 3?
Wow.
1 and 3.
Not 2?
I guess
It's
not.
too bad. What's the one with The Rock?
That's 2.
That's 2, so that's probably why it's being skipped.
No, that one's good. 3 is bad.
Oh, I don't know then.
Oh.
Is it 1-3?
No, it's 1 and 3.
Wow. Tomb of the Dragon Emperor? Interesting. Hey, to each their own.
Love that for you.
Let's see. Emily Glon says Aquamarine or Baby
Oh, of
Mama.
course.
They were my
Baby
go-to
Mama
sleepover
again.
movies.
Baby
Baby Mama again. Dude, Aquamarine.
Aquamarine.
Like life was never the same.
No,
It was
1,000%.
and it's still not.
Rewired the
my God.
brain, huh?
Oh my god,
Towel dress,
her little starfish earrings that
earrings.
whisper compliments to her. Oh my
Blue
god.
Wow.
streak in the hair.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my god.
That was a good
Fascinating.
movie.
Fascinating stuff. Let's see here. My turn. I will read.
Wow, teenage girls are
Stop
truly
dismissing us.
something to behold.
Soph Bliss said, me and my 4 younger siblings loved Day After Tomorrow, King Kong, and Zombieland.
Oh wow.
If I
That's fun.
answered this question, Day After Tomorrow might be my answer.
Oh really?
Really?
I
I
watched
watched
the
that a ton
fuck out of
growing
that
up.
movie.
Wow. That's a
Good
good
movie.
one. Cool. Oh, no, it's me.
Yep.
Chelsea Lee says Fault in Our Stars was quoting okay for a long time. Yeah, the okay thing like dominated Tumblr for a million
Yeah, it
years.
Interesting.
That was a big moment too.
It
Wow.
really was.
I keep scrolling past the one that I want to read, but it's okay. I'll pick something different. Let's see. Renee Dunn says Romeo and Juliet awakened something in 14-year-old Renee with the hot face emoji.
Romeo and Juliet?
I saw that in theaters.
The gnomes?
Yeah.
Were they hot?
Um,
Juliet was definitely hot.
I personally didn't find. I don't know if they're on
Romeo and
my
Juliet.
table of like hot animated characters.
I can't tell
Okay.
if this guy gnome is hot or not.
But you know what? They're perfect for like a hear me out cake, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
that was one of the draft ideas that we forgot about.
Oh,
Yeah.
hear me out cake? Oh.
That'd be fun.
Soon. Okay. Hey, if you're into the gnomes, I'm happy for you. No judgment here.
No.
Let's see here. Hold on. I saw one right now that shocked me. Where'd it go? Silent Films 22 said The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, even though it was only like 3 years ago. Are you 17 listening to this podcast?
So there are a couple people answering that I'm like,
How old are you?
oh, you're really young, and it was a little
I mean, that's fine.
disorienting.
You can be
no,
that
that's
age.
totally
I'm not
like
saying you
that's
can't.
awesome.
I'm just like, that was, not that
it
long
was
ago.
more like I'm having an internal crisis
Yeah.
of like, how are
Right.
you 14 seeing song
That is
Ballad of Songbirds and
crazy.
Snakes? That seems fake.
Wow.
I mean, that would make sense for a movie to be obsessed with, though. When
Yeah,
you're
that's like
14.
the perfect
It
one.
would,
Wow.
yeah.
I'm not.
Oh.
Yeah, this is not a judgment
No,
of the movie.
not
The
at
movie's
all.
great. I'm glad you like it. Silent
whole
Films.
world
It's
out
more
there.
just like, oh my god, people were born after 2001.
The
Like,
irony is, though, the name is Silent Films 2022, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that would imply you like silent films, which are much older.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they do.
they have a
Maybe.
wide palette.
Experience film
Yeah.
history. Yeah.
Well, anyways, Ballad of Songbird and Snakes right there.
Woohoo!
that-
Filmopino says Agent Cody Banks, but the second one in London specifically, which yes, we watched the shit out of that DVD.
Oh.
He goes to London and he's in like a he's pretending to be a musician, and so he has a little clarinet that plays for him, and it's really cool.
I've
It's
only
so-
seen the first one.
Oh, you should
Me
watch.
too.
It's really fun. I think Hilary Duff is the girl in the
She's for
London
sure
one.
the girl in the first one.
Oh,
girl in
then
the
maybe
first
it's-
one.
Oh, by
Okay,
the
so that's not
way, new music from Hilary Duff
Yes.
in the year of our Lord
I
2026.
listened to it this morning. It was, I guess it's like a riff off a Blink-182 song,
Oh,
which
okay.
is pretty fun.
She's
I
so
haven't
cool.
listened.
Shout out to Filipino, does great journalist work in LA.
Oh, cool.
Great videos. You should check it out.
Yay.
Amazing.
Good
Yeah,
shout.
yeah.
My turn. A Bana says 9 and District 9. Those were both big for me too.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
the animated film 9.
Yeah.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
that was
The
a big
little
movie for me
burlap
as well.
sack
Yeah.
guy.
The burlap
Yeah.
sack guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Gonzo said, "Unfortunately, I remember loving The Fifth Wave and Nerve. Shout out 2016.
Okay.
Oh my.
I
Okay,
will
yeah.
say, Nerve is got a lot of answers.
Yeah,
Did
Nerve is a
it?
Shocking.
popular film, man.
I was really surprised. I've never seen
Yeah,
it.
those are our sort of like early 20s folks there.
For who? Not me.
Not me.
Well, kind
No,
of me.
no, I mean like people who would say nerve. You're 14.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Now,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They're in their
Yeah.
20s.
Yeah.
Nerve is
Yeah, but
hugely popular.
yeah, wait, man, was I 16 when Nerve came out? I feel like that was only like 5 years ago.
Emma Roberts.
Yeah.
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco.
They ride a
Machine
motorcycle.
Gun Kelly.
I saw Nerve.
So the premise of Nerve is that there's like this social media app, like Twitch kind of, and like
Oh.
you can participate in like these challenges, and people will like send you more and more money for like the more extreme the
Yeah.
challenge
Oh,
is.
they're doing like big O. They're doing let me climb a tower in
Yes.
Taiwan.
Exactly.
Okay.
They're doing Alex Honnold stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like Beast Games or whatever the
Yeah.
Mr.
Okay.
Beast games are.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And so people can like, oh, do this thing. We'll send you $1 million. And M. Roberts is trying to get money to pay
Okay.
off a debt, I think.
Oh, okay.
So she keeps doing increasingly risky things.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spiritually Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Wonder where he got his ideas
And
from.
then that little kid grew up and was Mr. Beast. Anyways, yeah. The Fifth Wave is the Chloe Grace Moretz YA movie. I
Yes.
never saw that one.
I didn't know
Oh,
either.
I
That
don't
was
think
on
so.
like the proper
I did.
tail end of
Yes.
like YA
Yeah, yeah,
dystopia. Yeah.
Go ahead, Clara.
Renan Lilly says, I'm a theater nerd, so the film adaptation of Les Mis was everything to me.
Oh.
Les Mis was
Okay.
a moment.
I am scared to rewatch Les Mis because I saw it when it came out and I really thought I was like witnessing something, but apparently it's not all that good.
That's
Oh,
what I've heard that
what?
too. People like rag on it a lot, but I saw it in theaters too. I think I was like probably a senior in high school, and I was like, "This is the coolest thing I've ever seen."
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I know.
I like when Anne Hathaway sings that one song, I Dream a Dream.
I
dream
dream
a
a
dream.
It's so
dream,
good.
time goes by.
Actually, I think of Susan Boyle when she
was
sings
I.
that song.
yeah.
Shout out
Oh
Susan
yeah,
Boyle.
that is Susan Boyle.
Dream big, Susan Boyle. Dream big.
Oh, I love Susan Boyle.
That
Go ahead,
is
Sid.
funny. Flynn Mansfield 20 says Real Steel.
Yeah. Is that
I
your
think
answer?
that actually would be so. Real Steel was 2012, so I wasn't 14, but I was obsessed with it when
Yeah.
it came out.
Hell yeah.
It's a big movie for me.
There's so many funny answers. I want to read them all.
I
Levelhead 5 said the Da Vinci Code. Something about religious cults mysteries that just hit. Were you? It's funny. You're probably actually 14, but spiritually in their 40s because that movie was a hit with like the boomers at
Yeah,
that time.
it
Yeah, it
was.
was.
Oh,
Well, because
people
everyone had read
loved
the
it.
book.
Yeah, the book Dan
Yeah.
Brown books were like popping
Oh,
off
yeah.
in that era.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah, my dad was in that bag. Like
Da Vinci Code rocks though. I love the Da Vinci Code. It's the
it is a fun movie.
the
It's
first of
fun.
the three, and I think I only like that one. Maybe the second one is fine. I can't remember. I didn't see the third one.
I haven't seen
Is
the
it-
other two.
Oh, is Angels and Demons part of that
Yes,
series?
Oh.
Yeah.
that's the one. So I seen Da Vinci Code. I like Angels and Demons. I like the third one, The Symbol, or something in the Robert Langdon trilogy or
I
something.
didn't know there was a third one.
I'm looking.
Clara's double checking.
I'm trying to find it.
So type in like Dan Brown movie trilogy or something. Dan Brown movie trilogy.
This is. I'm struggling.
Robert Langdon franchise. Here we go. The Inferno.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. Inferno came out significantly way later. Da Vinci Code was 06, Angels and Demons 09, and then Inferno 2016.
Okay.
But Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, good movies. Very enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Claire.
Oh, it's me. Jade Marie Payne says, I was 14 when Twilight released, and that is probably the most blessed I will ever be.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's fair.
Perfect
That's fair.
age for that. Joey Hannon says, The Matrix Reloaded. Wished I was Neo. Ended up more like an NPC that got turned into a Smith. That's really
Hey,
funny.
self-awareness. I appreciate that.
That's
I
good.
really do. We're all probably NPCs.
Aren't we all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one's Neo, to
Yeah.
be fair.
It's
I
okay.
haven't met a Neo. Molly Moon said Juno. Diablo Cody had her hand on my 8th grade throat.
Yeah.
Wow, Molly
Wow.
Moon, we're about the same age because that's around the same time I saw Juno. Maybe I was a little older, a little younger. I can't remember. But Juno was a big deal.
That was a huge deal.
Huge deal
Oh my
movie. I
God.
remember, here's a funny story. I was, no, I think I saw that when I was a senior, so I'm much older than Molly Moon. But I remember I was in AP Spanish. And we had, so how those courses worked was that after we took the AP test, the teachers were like, all right, now you can just do whatever you want.
There's no point.
There's no point in this
Yeah.
course anymore.
Yeah.
So the last like 3 weeks of school, we just kind of like did whatever. And we watched movies and we tried watching Juno.
Oh.
But the movie opens up with like a sex scene.
Yeah.
And the teacher was not having it. She was like, no, we can't watch this. I'm like, no, it's just the one scene. She would not let us watch it.
Damn.
Well, that was during the teen pregnancy scare era.
Yes, it was.
Like, I
Yes,
wasn't allowed
yes.
to watch Juno, even though the rest of my siblings were, because I was too young, and that was like such a taboo topic.
Huh.
Well,
that
yeah, that whole era of teen mom
Oh my
and
God,
teen
Teen
pregnancy
Mom.
was
Wow.
I wasn't
wild,
allowed to
dude.
watch Secret Life of the American Teenager.
Secret Life of the American Teenager.
Or Anna-
I want to
American
watch that
Teenager.
so bad.
I really think you should.
Wild show.
There's a scene that gets posted to TikTok all the time of some guy like these two people.
Is it when he's like, "You're my whore"?
what?
he does do that. He does do that.
No,
it's really
no.
funny.
It's like this girl walking with her binder.
Yes.
And some guy approaches her and he's like, "Hey."
And he's like the hottest guy in school.
Oh yeah, so I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, you want to like go on a date?" And she's like, "Ugh, "I guess." He's like, "Cool, pick you up later." She's like, "Okay." And she walks away and looks back at him and she goes like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
And shakes her head. And then he like does like a cartwheel in the middle of the hall.
He does a cartwheel, but he can't do a cartwheel. So
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
And I'm like, what is this show? I want to
It's
watch
so
it.
awesome.
Fascinating.
This is so off topic, but did you guys watch Kyle XY?
Oh my God, of course.
There's no
He had
belly button guy?
Yeah, he had no belly button. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was a
Sometimes I
huge
think of
deal.
it and I'm like, why are we not always talking about Kyle XY?
Dude, ABC Family, like, they truly did define
Kinda tore it up.
teen
Oh,
shows
for sure,
for a
for
long
sure.
time.
The Kyle
Pretty Little
XY thing is
Liars.
so funny because I think of the poster all the time, just like
Yeah.
him like standing there and like lifting his shirt up and
Yeah.
there's no belly button.
I like that most
Check it
people
out.
can't even really give a proper synopsis of what the plot was. It's purely just Kyle XY is the show where the guy has no belly button
and sleeps
that's
in the
it.
bathtub.
He sleeps in a bathtub. Yeah.
What is he like a test tube baby or something?
I think
or,
he's an
Oh,
alien.
he's an alien?
Yeah, I think he's an alien.
Oh.
It's kind of Superman coded.
think-
Did he have powers?
Did he have powers? What an interesting question. I don't know. Oh my God, it's set in Seattle.
Okay.
That's cool.
really?
Yeah, he wakes up naked in a forest outside Seattle with amnesia and no belly button, which makes it sound like he had a belly button.
He
and
had
took
one
it
and
away.
lost it.
The aliens abducted him and took the belly button away.
Oh, I see. Okay, so the whole point of the show is he's trying to recover his memory and find out like
Who he
where
is.
he came from and what's going
Right.
on. Okay.
Great marketing on that
What
one.
a show. Wow.
All right.
Whose turn is it?
Your turn.
Oh, okay. Hayden Kenning says Princess Mononoke truly just wanted to be beautiful and stoic like Prince Ashitaka.
Yeah.
Ah, that's
Ashitaka.
amazing. Wow.
Ashitaka.
Good one.
Wow.
Cassidy Areza says, City of God. It helped me realize I wanted to be a photojournalist as a career.
Oh.
I haven't seen
Aw.
City of God, but that's incredible.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Good movie. And
So I hear.
great choice.
Yeah.
David Ellis said Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'm currently 21, so no, I'm not an old man who saw it in theaters. That would have been kind
awesome.
of cool, though, to find that out.
I know
But
that would have been fun.
yeah, Raiders is a good
That
choice.
is a good movie.
Yeah.
It's Greek Tragedy says anything that transported me back to childlike wonder. So Bridge to Terabithia, The Spiderwick Chronicles, The Vampire's Assistant, Chronicles of Narnia, of course.
Damn.
Good spread there.
All good fantasy films.
Wow.
Wow. My 5th grade class took a field trip to see Bridge to Terabithia.
That's traumatizing.
Really?
Yeah,
You
we
know,
read
that's
the
traumatizing.
we read the book for class, and then my teacher was like, "The movie's about to come out. We should all go." And so we did, and it was rough. Just a
Wow.
class of 5th graders sobbing.
Ian Espenship says Holes is the only correct answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Holes was big too.
Holes was a big deal.
Wow.
My turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see here. E-Class 04 said, my favorite movie when I was 14 was Tommy Boy. It probably still is, if I'm being honest. That makes sense.
Tommy Boy is a fun movie.
It is a fun movie.
Yeah.
Fat
see that.
guy in a little coat.
I haven't seen it in a long time, though.
I haven't either.
Go ahead, Claire.
Oh yeah. Jay Pierce 85 says too many good choices. Final Destination, Gladiator, Almost Famous, Snatch.
Oh.
What a spread.
Whoa.
Snatch. That really taps into something for
You
me.
must
too.
be
14-year-old.
super cool if that
Yeah.
was informative for you. Thea Royce says Kingsman, still am. Bridget Jones, still am. And Wild Child, if you know, you know.
Wild
always had
Child.
taste.
Wild Child.
Oh my god.
I don't know what that is.
Oh my god, you guys have never seen Wild Child?
Child?
Wild
No.
Child was awesome.
No, what
I just
is
think of
this?
the Enya song.
Oh my god. It was Emma Roberts.
Look at that.
And she's like
Oh,
a rich
shit.
she's like a rich girl, and she's like going to like a boarding school in England because she was in America and she got in trouble, and it's like a whole thing. She was a wild child.
Fascinating.
Oh my god, it was fun.
I feel like this looks like it fits in with the whole like Confessions of a Teenage Drama.
Yeah,
Queen
it does
Yeah.
kind of seem like it fits that era.
Yeah,
Very much so.
rebellious
Mike-
girls.
La Casa says, super bad. Intro to my love for Emma Stone. Fun fact, accidentally saw this with my mom in theaters. Scarred for life.
That's funny.
Wow.
That's really funny.
Still a good movie.
Yeah. Sean Berger says, I went through a serious Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet phase. Heart on fire emoji. Still one of my faves. Me too, Sean Berger. I keep
Yeah.
saying booger. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Ugh, that's amazing. Live Laugh Low says Super 8, Chronicle, Paul, and Project X. Ha 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 ha.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Project
Project
X.
X. That Pursuit of Happiness remix was
Dude,
crazy.
Yeah, I know. I listened to that remix a lot.
Yeah.
That movie kind of
And
was.
man, yeah.
That might be like we should one day try to pick the 5 defining movies of our generation.
Oh,
Like, I'll pick the
interesting.
millennial
Yeah.
ones. So
Okay.
I'll pick the zillennial ones.
Okay.
And then you can pick the Gen Z ones.
Okay.
Like, what do you think are the 5 most defining movies of your generation?
Project X did like define party culture.
Oh,
For,
for
It
sure.
really did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
at least.
But does that kind of party culture still exist now? I
I
don't
would-
think it does.
I think it feeds into the larger conversation of like people aren't having people over anymore for parties because no one
Yeah.
owns their homes and everyone's renting, and it's just
Yeah.
like a totally different vibe.
Like, I just
That's
don't
true.
know. Like, are people throwing ragers like that anymore? I don't know if they are.
I don't think so.
Give us some
Sad.
insight. I mean, clearly we have some younger audiences here. I would love to
Yeah,
know
is
if
anyone
you guys are going to
partying it up?
ragers or not. Yeah.
Apparently, kids aren't drinking anymore.
That's true.
Well, that's the other things. Like they're drinking less. They're
Yeah.
just less cool in general.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
Weebs.
well,
Losers.
Go on, throw a rager. My turn.
yes.
Let's see here. Kylie Crosby said, 14-year-old me discovered and loved 10 Things I Hate About You. And as a freshman in high school, it rocked my world. Heath Ledger to young JGL, don't let anyone ever make you feel like you don't deserve what you want. Among other things, single tear emoji.
Oh,
Yeah, great movie.
yeah.
Oh, man. It was just drafted in a recent draft of ours. So if you
It
love that
was
movie,
drafted.
we didn't actually talk about the movie at all, but it was drafted by somebody.
Yes, which they will know that.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes.
Spotify answers. Oh wait, I'm reading the wrong thing. Kel says, "Oh, 14-year-old me definitely had an injured, bloody Andrew Garfield as my home computer desktop background. The Amazing Spider-Man was for the
Oh.
compet lesbians.
crazy.
That's very true. That's very true."
Wow.
Sanchez Ojalvo says, I'm pretty sure it was Love Actually. I know it has its flaws, but it was quite fun and heartwarming.
You know
Yeah,
what?
problematic fave forever.
Yeah, we'll
I
watch
love
it every
Love
season
Actually.
Yeah.
happily.
Love it.
Hayden Dale said Lords of Dogtown sparked my love for movies, for outside culture, sport culture, and Emil Hirsch, plus secretly Heath Ledger's best performance. Oh, interesting. Lords of Dogtown was big for me as well. That was
Love it.
who was the director of Twilight one?
Catherine Hardwicke.
I think she did Lords of Dogtown.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh,
so.
wow.
Good movie.
Aw.
Really cool movie about skate culture.
Hell yeah. Evan Brohan says Donnie Darko for sure. I remember watching hours of YouTube videos explaining what I even watched.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
had a
yeah.
lot of Donnie
Formative
Darko.
experience.
Yeah, we did get quite a few of those.
Answers
That
here.
happened to me freshman year of high school. I had the Donnie
Aw.
Darko moment.
YouTube. What does Donnie Darko mean?
Donnie Darko
Donnie
explained.
Darko explained. Does he know? PM says, I turned 14 in 1980, so I looked up what movies came out in 1980 and 1981.
Yay.
I couldn't watch rated 4 movies, so not sure if some of these were seen later, but ones that stood out are Airplane, Xanadu, The Shining, Endless Love, History of the World Part 1, Time Bandits, and Stripes. But if I had to pick one I'd recommend, it would be On Golden Pond.
Wow.
That's really
Great
interesting.
spread.
Thank
This
you
is
for
such-
sharing.
Yes, I love this answer. I have not seen On Golden Pond.
I wanna
I've
watch
seen
Xanadu
a lot
really
of
bad.
other ones.
Me too.
On Golden Pond, Henry Fonda, Jane Fonda, Katharine Hepburn.
I've heard amazing things about it.
1981 drama film directed by Mark Rydell. Very cool. Adding to the
Awesome.
watch list. Thank you so much for the answer.
Yay.
My turn, huh?
Yes.
Let's see here. I had one just a second ago. Where'd it go? Oh, Fabricio420 said, when I was 14, I was obsessed with Cloverfield. To this day, one of the few movies that actually scares me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
got a
remember
lot of episodes on
very vividly seeing that in theaters. Came out January 18th, 2008. I always remember that because the promotional material for that movie was crazy.
Yeah.
And so all they showed you a lot was 1/18/08. And so I remember that's the day it came out. I saw it with all my friends.
Aw.
Wow, what a time.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
intense.
We had a great episode on that on Patreon, by the way.
Yeah, you did.
Sydney
Yeah.
and I did a good episode on that.
Very fun.
Go ahead, Claire.
Burns says one of my fondest teenager memories was going to see The Revenant in theaters with my mom when I was 13.
Aw.
It was the first time I was so in awe with a film's visuals and realized how powerful cinema could be. Truly my cinema awakening moment. That's so special.
What a
Oh, I
great
love
story.
that. That's awesome.
And we are now 10, oh no, more than 10 years, 2014. Why are they celebrating the anniversary? Or why are they re-releasing it if it's not a 10-year
they?
anniversary? They are in IMAX.
And Yuri too,
Maybe
I
there's
don't
just
know.
a new restoration of it.
Maybe just for Digger?
Maybe.
Yeah, I thought it was for a 10-year anniversary, but clearly, well, when did it come out? Did it come out 2016 or did it come out 2014?
I thought it was
actually want to
14.
say, yeah, maybe. I was
It's a
gonna say-
2015 film.
Oh, okay, so then
Oh,
that's probably why.
15.
What, 11-year anniversary?
Was
Well,
it?
maybe they just
Was
couldn't
that
do
a
it last year.
festival
Yeah.
date?
Yeah.
maybe?
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
don't
it like
know.
got properly released in 16.
Now I want to investigate.
I bet
Revenant,
that is the answer.
2015 film,
What is that,
released
10-year
December
anniversary?
25th, 2015 on
Huh.
Christmas Day.
Strange.
I don't see a reason for the re-release anywhere on here. Reception, home media, piracy. Apparently, it was pirated a lot.
Wow.
That's interesting.
That and the Peanuts movie.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why it's being re-released, but maybe it's
Interesting.
just to celebrate Aiden Ryu too. Who knows?
yeah, it
Yeah,
could
I'll
be.
go see it.
I was invited to the IMAX event. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
but I did not.
Oh,
go
that's
to it.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Will Lenher says Napoleon Dynamite. I was
Yeah.
constantly rewatching it and quoting it with friends.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's a millennial classic.
Yeah, it is.
yeah, that took over
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Dropout Jacob said, when I was 14, Project X seemed like the coolest movie ever.
And it
Chronicle
was.
felt like an underrated masterpiece, and
And it was.
Scott Pilgrim became my personality.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
also like the Project X like Chronicle, like that was like a certain like type of movie. I feel like it was like kind of
Yeah.
edgy, like
A little grungy. Yeah.
a little grungy. Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
These are all very good answers because I think for everyone, they kind of took everyone's personality. Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah, oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Yeah.
Scott
Yeah.
Pilgrim still for 14-year-olds is a big movie. you know?
Exactly.
It's that big of a movie.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. Emily King says dystopian book adaptations were peak when I was 14. So Hunger Games, Divergent, and Curveball, Twilight.
Curveball. Oh, okay.
Which
Curveball movie?
I get it's a curveball because it's not dystopian, but also, yeah, if you liked Hunger Games and Divergent, I think you probably like Twilight.
Pork found in kitchen.
Yeah, these are sister movies.
Yeah, they're all related.
Sam L. Music says, I was 14 when X-Men Days of Future Past came out. Great then, great now. The X-Men are cool. With the
They
cool
are.
guy emoji.
Yeah.
Everyone had like their formative X-Men movie when they were that age, I feel like. For me,
Yeah.
it was Origins Wolverine, I fear.
And mine was
Yeah.
X2. But I remember The Last Stand being a big deal for a lot of people,
Yeah.
even though it's not very good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let's see here. I want to read. Hugo Burns says, is any angsty 14-year-old boy complete without a major Donnie Darko obsession?
Yeah.
No.
You are absolutely correct, Hugo. You're
Very
absolutely
true.
correct.
Lauren Dawn says Mean Girls, Miss Congeniality, and Grease. Which,
Damn.
oh my God, I loved all of
Miss
those.
Congeniality?
Wow.
That's a great movie.
Grease? Yeah. Dude.
Man.
I still firmly believe that every, maybe I'll say American from ages 10 and up has seen Grease.
Yeah, I would
Grease
think
is
so.
so like universal.
Grease is the word.
It's the word. Yeah.
I have seen Grease. I saw when I was very young.
God,
Have
I
you seen it
love
recently?
Grease.
No.
It's so good, man.
It's
You should
really
watch
good.
it.
But you
It's
do
really
just like
good.
it is one of those, I mean, you just like know the songs by heart, but you're not quite sure why. Like even if you weren't obsessively watching it.
I know nothing about theater and like current theater landscapes, but man, why isn't Grease just being on Broadway all the time?
I know, it seems so foundational.
If someone is a theater nerd and wants to tell me, I would love to hear about it.
Yes, please.
Whose turn is it?
I think
Mine?
is
I
that
just
mine?
read that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So it's your
Yeah.
turn, Sid.
Jaden Cannon 16 says, Ready Player One. It was pure fan service for me, and it ate it up, or I ate it up. Still with the red heart emoji. Oh, still love that movie though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all Ready Player One stands here.
I don't think Claire's a stan.
Okay,
I
Clara's
don't know if
not.
I'd go that
as
far.
much of this, but
I
Joe
do
is.
enjoy. I've seen that movie countless of times. I understand why
Yeah,
someone at 14 would be so enamored by
for
it.
sure. Very much so.
Let's see here. Paige said, at 14, my friends and I would obsessively rewatch this movie called The Sasquatch Dumpling Gang. To this day, I don't know where the DVD came from, and no one ever knows that this movie. It's like so sad.
Low-key.
It's low. That's what that stands for.
What did you say?
They abbreviated to LK.
Oh,
No.
I almost wrote it out because I was like, if Joe reads this one, I don't think he'll get it.
And I did.
said
That's okay.
LK. Seen LK. I've seen like LOWK a lot, like Loke.
LK is low key.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I feel so old just having you to explain that to me.
It's okay.
I'm rereading this. To this day, I don't know where the DVD came from, and no one ever knows this movie. It's low key, so sad. Kids these days will never have the experience of being stuck rewatching the same random films over and over because you just happen to have the DVD. The Sasquatch Dumpling Gang.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best kind of movie.
Sasquatch Dumpling.
No, they
Gang.
really are.
2006 film starring Justin Long.
Oh,
That's the only name that jumps out to me as familiar.
Jeremy Sumter.
Jeremy Sumter. This poster certainly looks like an 06 movie. Wow, I have never heard of this.
This looks fun.
But I do remember that era very well of being, forced to rewatch the same movie over and over again. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's all you had.
Or whatever's on cable. It's
Yeah.
just like you just watch what is in front
We
of
have
you.
too many choices now. That's
We really
hot
do.
take. We have too
I
many
agree.
choices now.
yeah,
Yes.
you're right.
Oh,
Go
wait, no,
ahead,
my turn.
Claire.
Pictures from W says The Greatest Showman got me into musicals. I've found better since, but can't forget my roots. That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Sydney
Great
loves this Great
movie.
Showman.
Yeah.
I love The Greatest Showman. It's so good. It's so good. Tater Tot Fowler says Tremors and still obsessed to this day. Graboids always freaked me out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's a cool take.
Tremors.
Tremors rocks.
It's a great movie too. I want to read this one that says Sizzling Hot says Hancock. 2008's Hancock starring Will
Hancock.
Smith.
That was a big deal too. 'cause
That was
it
a
was
big
like
deal.
Will Smith's being an edgy superhero.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
This superhero like cusses and beats people up.
He drinks
and-
beer.
Yeah, he drinks beer. He's an alcoholic. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a long time though.
Oh wow. Oh, no, it's me.
It's you.
Yeah, it's you.
I keep forgetting. Evius98 says 2012 and 28 Days Later, depictions of disaster and loss of control completely enthralled me.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite.
I get that. I
Wow.
get that.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sid.
Let's see. Adia256 says Crazy Rich Asians, Devil Wears Prada, happiest season. By the way, I am 18.
Wow.
I was like, happiest season.
That came out
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, it's like,
great,
whoa.
great selection there.
Yeah, good spread.
Great selection. We're getting such an interesting spread of answers that's
We
really
are,
telling of our
yeah.
demographic right
Well,
now.
I was laughing because I was like, we really do skew like millennial, and then all of a sudden there'll be a little sprinkle of a young Gen Z, and
Yeah.
it's like, whoa, what are you doing? How'd you get here?
Like
And-
Oppenheimer.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the one guy who saw movies in 1980.
Yes.
But shout out to
Yeah.
you for the great
Yeah,
recommendations.
No, truly.
Thank you.
Thomas Neary said Sin City, Fight Club, and Troy. Turns out I was just gay and hadn't figured it out yet.
Oh my God. Checks out.
That's so awesome.
That's great movies too.
Yeah.
Great movies too. But I
That's
understand
very-
the awakening there.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, honestly. Hannah McCook says, or Hannah McCook 11 says, Pitch Perfect. I would finish it and then start it from the top. Still do some days because free will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Good
my
one.
God. I've seen
Pitch
it so many
Perfect was a
times.
big moment too.
It's still
It
a big movie
was.
for
The
a lot of
cup
people.
song.
Do the
Yeah,
cup
I know. I can
song.
do the cup song.
Can you?
I was
No,
I
you
was
cannot.
doing that shit. Yes, I can. Obviously, I can. You guys can't.
No. I know it
Oh
goes
yeah,
like,
I bet I could remember.
yeah, wow. For
Whoa.
those who are listening, so they just did it.
For
on-
those who are not listening.
no, for those who are just listening.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I did it with an invisible cup.
It was
Exactly.
impressive.
I want to read these two back to back. Martin Supreme says, Nerve starring Emma Roberts and Dave Franco is my shit. And Bobby Stadell says, weirdly, Nerve 2016. The vibes in that movie are insane.
Yeah, dude.
Why is everyone saying Nerve?
I know. It's
Formative
like, whoa.
film. Formative film.
I will say too, honestly, the biggest thrill of me writing these all down is when people give the same answer back to back, and I'm like, they don't even know they did that. Like, I get really excited.
There was something about Emma Roberts in the 2010s. I think had a chokehold on a lot of young people
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it was the stuff like Wild Child where it's like fun, like formative stuff,
Yeah.
and then she was on American Horror Story and like
Yeah.
all of that. Like she was
Yeah,
just
she was on
very-
Nickelodeon for millennials for
Exactly.
a long time.
Yeah.
So she was a big deal.
Yeah.
And now she's very big in the world of trading cards, and she does like opens
What?
baseball cards and
Yeah.
basketball cards and football cards.
She's
I'm
the
like,
one who found that super rare one.
she finds rare cards all the
Yeah.
time. Like this is what
I
she
thought
does
like Post
all the time.
Malone had like or was he doing Magic the Gathering?
Yes,
Yeah.
Post Malone's big in Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
But Emma Roberts like will
That's
go
cool.
live on stream and like open up baseball cards and like
Yeah.
look. I just saw a video of her opening like a football card, a Travis Kelce football card. She's
Oh.
like, I got this Travis Kelce 1/5 patch auto. I'm like, you're a nerd.
I
and it's
had no
awesome.
idea.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if I ever
Cool.
interview her in real life, I'm gonna bring a pack so we can open it together.
Oh, that's fun. I like that idea.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, let's read a couple more.
Okay.
Having a great
I
time.
know.
with
I
these.
know that we've been doing this for a minute, but like, there's so many.
There's
good
so many
answers.
answers,
Yeah.
and we want to make sure we get to as many as possible. Jed's 2016 said Step Brothers and 21/22 Jump Street quotes were said more than air was breathed. We just were quoting 22 Jump Street the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julia Robb hurts.
Runaway Bride. Yeah.
Fucking so funny.
Okay. Jazzy says, to all the boys I loved before was everything to me.
Wow.
Aw,
Wow.
That's nice.
That
That
is
was a good
nice.
movie.
That's a fun one.
Al Nicole says, we had the Alien franchise box set on DVD. Very big alien heads in my household. In the spirit of Fincher, I'm going ahead and saying Alien 3 was my 14-year-old obsession. I'm about 80% serious about this.
That's a great answer, though.
I love it.
That would make sense. I could see how someone can get like hyper fixated on Alien 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very
for
much
sure.
so.
X Anna Karen said 10 things I hate about you. I'm pretty sure JGL was my iPod background. Oh, dating yourself a bit, and I love that.
No,
'cause,
that's so
That
cool.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's awesome. Henry Gardner 57 says, anything in the MCU. The first Avengers came out when I was 12 and was hooked since.
Jeez.
Wow,
Me,
that's
same age as
formative.
me.
Aw.
Yeah, that was
Fascinating
big.
stuff.
L. Schiff Abrams says Ginger Snaps, which when at first I'm like, whoa, that's a lot. But then I'm like, oh, that's kind of the perfect movie to watch.
Yeah.
for
in
sure.
quarantine.
100%.
Very
You're
Jennifer's
going through all
body.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Camerly said Nerve was obsessed with Dave Franco and Emma Roberts, of course.
Oh,
Wow.
Shout out Nerve.
Man. Okay.
Cameron Ryan says The Covenant, peak 2000s cheesy hot people horror. Just gave it a rewatch and it still slaps.
Oh, not
Guy
Guy Ritchie.
Ritchie?
Not Guy
Guy
Ritchie's.
Ritchie's.
A
Everywhere I
different The
look.
Covenant.
Everywhere I go, I see his face.
No, not Guy
The
Ritchie's
Covenant. Okay. Nice.
That was the witch movie, but the high schoolers.
Oh, yes. I'm looking
The
right-
Covenant.
With Sebastian Stan?
Yeah.
Yes.
I never saw The Covenant.
Wait.
I know the poster very
Oh my
well.
God, and Chase Crawford. Wow. Okay, cool.
My turn, huh? No,
No, I just
No.
went.
Sydney's turn.
Take my turn.
My bad.
Caroline Miller says, The Fugitive. I have no idea why, other than the fact I wanted to climb Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
that is as valid a reason as any.
That's super awesome.
Wow. That's a great way of putting it. I've never
Yeah.
heard it that way.
I like that a lot.
I love it.
It's very bridesmaids coded.
Okay. Gartner said Coach Carter for sure. Great cast and amazing soundtrack. Yes. And yes. Coach
Nice.
Carter. That was probably up there for me as well.
I just watched that and it was really good.
It's a great basketball film.
Yeah. Lena Tikak says, Kill Your Darlings. The story is so interesting, but I really cared about all the boys kissing. Yeah. Yeah. This
Kill
is,
Your Darlings?
yeah, that's the one with Daniel Radcliffe and Dan. What's his last name? It starts with a D. Dehan.
Oh,
Dane
Dane DeHaan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's them too.
Okay.
They're playing. Oh, this is going to kill me if I don't get it right. They're playing authors in college, like famous, like real authors.
Okay.
Oh.
Allen Ginsberg and Lucien Carr.
Interesting.
And they're in college and they have this weird, like, pseudo-sexual.
Challengers moment?
No, it's more like dark. It's like
Oh.
dark academia. Like they're like rivals, but they also like spit in each other's mouths. Like,
Oh,
it's like
that sounds dope.
it's a fun movie.
Kill Your Darlings. Okay.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
cool.
Celestial Losoya says, Chat, who wasn't obsessed with the movie Flipped? I think I wasn't conscious until then.
Flipped. We just
Weren't
talked
we
about
just
that
talking
too.
about
Because
Flipped?
Joe just watched
I
it.
just watched Flip for the first time. Oh, we're talking about our romance draft.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the kid in the bus crash?
No,
that's Simon
no,
Birch.
that's Simon Birch.
Oh.
Flipped is the one where it's the guy and the girl are neighbors and they don't like each other, but they do. And
Oh,
it's like,
Rob Reiner?
Yeah,
Rob
Rob
Reiner
Reiner.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, which my sisters and I loved that when we were growing up.
Simon Birch, by the way,
Simon
which
Birch.
our Patreon members, our roomies, did confirm it was as crazy as I was describing.
Yes,
If
they
someone in the comments said it was crazier than I had described it, because I forgot to mention that Simon Birch had a crush on his best friend's mom.
That's
Who he
right.
killed with a
who he
baseball.
kills with the baseball.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Wow.
Josh Draper Morgan said, my favorite film when I was 14 was Spike Lee's Inside Man. It was one of those where I was watching TV late at night, flicked onto it, then couldn't stop watching it, and ended up staying up way too late. But hey, ended up being my favorite for a long time and still is up there. I love a heist film.
Man,
Yeah.
see, and that's exactly
That's
what we're talking
badass.
about. Like, no one's getting that
It doesn't
experience
happen.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the perfect film of like, you stumble upon it and it's such a, like, it's a watch you just can't look away from.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Cool.
Go ahead, Clara.
Okay, Peterson Adams says all the Star Wars to the max, but particularly Episode 3 as it was the newest. Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
Episode Revenge of the Sith? Yeah, good one.
Based.
The Bride Volume 1 says Kill Bill Volume 1. It was the only movie my dad snuck me into. My mom
That's
thought
so cool.
my mom thought he took me to see Elf. That's fun. That's awesome.
That's great. I was not old enough to watch that movie in theaters.
Oh, wow.
Do you guys remember the first movie you watched in theaters that was rated R legally? Like you bought a ticket for it?
God. Okay, wait. I have to think about when I was 18. What
Maybe
year
that's
was
our
that?
Q&A question.
That we bought ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like not sneaking in.
Not sneaking in. You bought the ticket yourself and was like, this is maybe my first R-rated film. We should ask. That's the question we should ask.
When was I 18?
Oh, I couldn't possibly remember
2014.
that. I mean, I didn't start going to the movies alone till college.
Well, like with friends though.
Yeah, like once you're. 'Cause I
So-
worked at a movie
Yeah,
theater in high
I
school.
remember
so-
mine. I asked because I remember because you could be 17 and buy a ticket. You're allowed to, but you didn't.
I saw The Witch with my friend, but I was 15 when that came out.
Oh, did you sneak in? How'd you get a ticket?
I don't know. Maybe they didn't give a shit.
Oh, I remember they gave a shit when I saw the first movie I saw, which was Death Proof. It was at Grindhouse.
Oh,
It was a double feature of
fun.
Death Proof and Planet Terror in
Yeah.
one showing.
That's
and I
cool.
was 17 and I bought the ticket. Big deal. I remember it was a big deal for me.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, now I am remembering actually. The first one I went to where I was allowed to go to, I actually wasn't actually technically old enough to get in, but I got in because we went for a field trip for my IB film class. We went and saw the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh,
And I wasn't
wow.
technically old enough, but I worked at the movie theater we went to see it. And so they were like, it's okay. Like, you can go in.
that was
still."
rated R.
Aw,
Yeah.
Wow, fascinating.
hmm
love it.
All right, well, let's do one more round.
Okay.
Clara, start us off and then we'll do our last round.
Wait, I'm not ready.
Well, you gotta be
Okay.
ready.
Oh, this is fun. David the Human says frequency from 2000, a radio signal anomaly allows a son to talk to his father 30 years in the past.
That's the movie with
Whoa.
God. Who is that actor's name? I always forget his name.
I'm looking.
James Caviezel's in it. Who
Jim
is it?
Caviezel?
Oh, yes.
Is that right?
Yep, he's in it. Dennis Quaid's
Dennis
in it.
Quaid's the other guy.
Yeah.
It's a strange movie.
Yeah, that sounds a little.
Why did I watch that? Maybe it was on TV and I just was watching it.
It sounds not, but kind of like White Noise. Did you ever see that? That's the
No.
one where it's like a guy's wife has died and she's communicating with him.
It's
like
similar
through
to
the
that,
TV.
but I think
yeah.
he's talking to his dad.
Yeah.
And his dad has passed away, so he's
Yeah.
talking to like a younger version of his dad through the radio.
Yes.
Weird movie.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Go ahead, Sid.
Let's see. I will do Xander Shepard says Kingsman and X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Those make
Me
sense.
too.
Fun.
Last one I'll read is let's see here. Nate Moore said, "Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was a mind-blowing experience for my 14-year-old self. My best friend with rich parents would always bring a lunch to us to the cinema on his birthday.
Bring a bunch of us.
Bring a bunch of us to the cinema on his birthday.
Like they'd bring you lunch.
I know. They talked throughout most of it while I was fully locked in. Then, as every 14-year-old does after cinema, we went to Frankie and Benny's, which is a staple birthday event for any UK child.
Aw.
Oh wow.
Hope you guys are doing well. Love the pod so much. You guys are so much fun to listen to. Red heart emoji.
Thank you, Nate.
Wow.
Thank you.
Hope you're well
Nice.
too.
Hope you're doing well as well.
Wow.
Thank you.
That sounds like a wonderful experience.
Frankie and Benny's.
Frankie and
Is it like
Benny's.
Chuck E. Cheese?
I don't know. Never heard of Frankie,
Frankie
and Benny's.
and Benny's.
Frankie, all the
Who
UK
are
listeners
Frankie
are
and
like,
Benny? Are they animatronic animals?
Wait, Frankie and Benny's American Italian Dining?
I'm looking at
No
it.
way.
It looks like a Shakey's.
I don't know what
Huh.
that is.
I
Shakey's
don't know
pizza?
how to see that.
No? Maybe it's called something else. Shakey's Pizza?
Looks like Louis.
Louis.
That was. I don't think that's a chain. That was something in
Places
New
like
Hampshire.
Shakey's. No, you guys, I can't be never been to Shakey's Pizza.
That might be a SoCal thing, dude.
No way. Wiki Shakey's. I'm gonna check Shakey's right now. I want to see where all these Shakey's at. It's based in the United States and the Philippines.
Huh.
First franchise pizza chain in the United States.
Oh, that's cool.
Damn.
Can be found in California and Washington. You have no excuse.
I've lived in both places.
lived in both
I
places.
grew up in California and then I moved to Washington.
There's a bunch of them. Shakey's Pizza. It's
Huh.
like just like a shitty restaurant that serves shitty pizza.
Like Round Table or no?
Kind of like Round Table, yeah.
Oh, I
but a
love-
little bit
man.
more like child friendly.
Round Table was so good. Or Mountain Mike's. Did you have Mountain Mike's?
Mountain Mike's is good.
I love Mountain Mike's. Okay, we have to stop talking.
All right, guys.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, we are done. We've been just yapping for the last 25 minutes or
Oops.
so. All right, this is the end of the pod on what do we talk about? How to Make a Killing and Psycho Killer. Let us know how you felt about those movies, if you even saw them. If you didn't see them, why you didn't see them. Let us know how you feel about Glen Powell currently.
Did we convince you to go see them?
Yeah, let us know if
Yeah.
you were like aware of Psycho Killer even coming out. All of that. We'd love to hear your insight on that. And of course, our Q&A for this episode is your most anticipated film of 2026. Can be any genre. That's the episode. This week on the Patreon, we have a romance draft coming out the day after this, where we drafted romance films. It was a lot of fun. And then we have an episode on Mulholland Drive,
This
which
month's Rumi's Choice.
is was chosen by our Patreon members. Big episode. I'm nervy.
intimidating episode.
Very intimidating.
Yeah,
by
it
that
is.
one. But we'll do our best to try to understand it and try to discuss it in the best way we possibly can. And then March is upon us. We have a ton of things coming out in March. Obviously, our calendar will be posted in the coming days, but we're covering a lot of the big public things. South by Southwest we'll be covering, and obviously Patreon exclusive stuff, which we'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the end. We hope you have a wonderful day, night, weekend, and we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye, listeners.
Bye-bye.